Welcome, fellow geeks, to another episode of Tabletop Treasure Hunters. We are joined tonight by the Contract Consortium and the Syndicate of Rites, returning to finish their job going after Roan's Phylactery. So we've got with us tonight myself as the GM and Katie from Level 1 Geek, as well as Alex, Brian, and Toby. And then we also have a special guest with us today, as is par for the course this round of jobs. We've got Shelby with us tonight. Shelby, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Hi, I'm Shelby. I'm on Twitter and I stream RPGs and co-op games on Twitch. I'm at Shelby is a Nerd everywhere if you'd like to check me out.
Awesome. And if you guys want that info, if you do !guest, you can get a link to her Twitch as well. She does some good stuff. And you've been on our channel before, and it's been a good time. So we're glad to have you back. Let's see, Toby, you're with Side Quest In. Anything you would like to talk about yourself or that?
No, I'm Toby. I play Otis. Side Quest In.
Very cool. Awesome. Alex or Brian, anything you guys want to add?
Nope. Free and clear.
Everyone's so cool.
I agree, Brian. I agree. So this is a cool bunch of people right here. Okay, very good. That's us. So yeah, as I said, this is a continuation from last session. The round of jobs we have this time have been two-parters. So last time with this group, we had actually minus Themis. Themis was currently holding back to act as bodyguard for our guest, who is Kara, who's being played by Shelby today. But the other three were diving into the Sarkoris Scar, looking for the shrine that is supposed to hold Roan's Phylactery. They were joined by our guest Bill last time, who was playing their guide Mavis, and they did find the shrine. They got through a pretty dangerous trap on the door, and where we left off, they were just about to enter. They do have a special crystal that was left to them by Kara, so that Kara and Themis can teleport in even through the disruptive energies of the Sarkoris Scar, and they will be joining them in the shrine. So that's where we're at. And for anybody else who is not familiar with what we do here, this is Tabletop Treasure Hunters. This is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrewed campaign. Logistically, I just have to say that although this is our homebrewed campaign, Pathfinder 2E, the rule system, the setting of Galarion we're playing in, as well as many of the characters, deities, rules, etc., are owned by a company named Paizo, and this is fan content. So thank you, Paizo, for your awesome game. As for you guys chat, if you guys aren't familiar, we have ways that you guys can interact with us during the stream. You can either, be sinister and help the DM, or you guys can help out the heroes. There's a few ways to do that. If you guys use the command !engage, you can see some options there. Also, if you use our channel points, our mana points, just below chat there's some options you guys can do. Notably, we have this bar at the bottom of the screen here, which is called our affirmation bar. You guys can slide that in one direction or the other with bits or with our mana points. If it's towards the heroes, it's going to give them a plus to all of their d20 rolls. If it's towards the villains, it's going to give all the bad guys a plus to their d20 rolls. And if you guys overshoot the bar in either direction, it's going to turn into hero points or villain points. Villain points are used by me on a single encounter to do something nasty during the session and make the encounter more difficult. Hero points are used to cheat death if they dump all of them, or our heroes each have their own specific hero point usages. Company of no, I looked at Toby and thought Company of Honor, but I'm way behind.
Whoa!
I'm way behind. Syndicate of Rites can use theirs to have an enemy reroll an attack or saving throw, taking a -2 in the worst result. And Contract Consortium can boost damage. And then Kara here is going to have a special hero point usage today. And we'll get to that when it comes up. She's got a whole list of fun abilities. So she is also eligible for hero points. Also, if you guys would like to sub or check out our Patreon and link below, you guys can dish out blessings. Speaking of blessings, we have blessings today from Side Quest In, Katie, and Alex. Those are people involved in the stream, so we've rolled them randomly. Also, M from Level 1 Geek has donated a random blessing as well. So everybody here is starting with a blessing. Shelby is also being blessed, but Kara, we're not going to make her worry about the logistics of the blessing. She's just going to get a whole little handful of hero points. For those regular heroes, let's go ahead and see who you guys are blessed by today. We've got Otis. You have a minor blessing from Callistria.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and throw that one up. You feel more capable of deceptive and agile movements. Whenever a creature misses you with an attack, they gain the flat-footed condition for a round. In addition, whenever you deal damage to a flat-footed character, increase your damage by your level. So that's what you've got there. Let's go ahead and roll for Themis. Okay, Themis, you are being blessed today by Gorham. So you have the minor blessing from Gorham. You feel a surge of strength, gain a +4 to athletics, and gain advantage on attack rolls that use strength. So that's what you've got
Fine
for
with that.
today. Let's go for Paya. Okay, Paya, you are being blessed by Nethys today. So you get to choose one of these. Gain +2 to your spell DCs and spell attack rolls, or gain +2 to your AC and saving throws versus magic.
I'm gonna do my saving or my spell attack rolls and DCs.
Very nice. That's a good one for you. Okay, and finally we've got Irina. Irina is being blessed by Rovagug. So your minor blessing for Rovagug is offensive criticals that benefit you, i.e. failed saves, spell attack rolls, etc., are determined by exceeding or missing by 8 instead of 10. So basically, if there's a crit fail or crit success in your favor, it's going to be 8 or 10 over instead of, or 8 over instead of 10 over, or 8 under instead of 10 under. So that's what we've got for you. Okay, and I think that's it. We have got some hero points going out. Shelby, you've got 3 for Car right at the get-go. Paya's got 1. Irina's got 1. The rest of us got none so far, but I bet we'll get some love here pretty soon. So thank you, chat. That's what you guys can do to contribute. We appreciate you all very much. So with that all out of the way, let's jump into the session, shall we? Any questions from the players before we start?
No.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys, Paya, Irina, Otis, you guys are entering Rowan Shrine here. Now, if you guys remember, you were in the Sarkoris Scar before, which is kind of just this desolate wasteland of a canyon. There's barren, no vegetation except for bits and pieces here and there that's kind of unnatural looking. Everything just has this kind of weird feel in the air. And you guys just solved a puzzle on this door, which had a whole bunch of skulls on the outside, some bowls. You guys did a fun little puzzle. And this door went sliding shut. You then upset your guide, who then made the door close again. And then you guys went and you put the puzzle back together. The door opened again. And you guys are entering the shrine. On your way into this shrine, it looks just like some man-made cobblestone entrance leading inside the cliff face, or I guess the canyon face down in the canyon. It is dark, so I don't know how many of you have dark vision. Does anybody have light issues they need to deal with here?
I don't have dark vision.
Irina will cast. She has 2 casts of dark vision. She'll cast one on herself and one on Otis.
Changing plans. I have dark vision.
Both
Very
have
nice.
dark vision.
Okay, so Irina gives some dark vision. Paya, how about you?
I'm pretty sure I have dark vision.
You've got the tiefling heritage,
Yeah, I'm
right?
tiefling, so
Yeah, so you got dark vision. You're good to go.
I just keep forgetting to mark that down on my character sheet.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, so yeah, so you guys enter this shrine, I imagine.
Yep. Absolutely.
Very good. Okay, so as soon as they enter the shrine, Kara, you and Themis have been waiting anxiously for your turn to do your parts here. And you can sense from this crystal that you've given them that they are in the spot you need to be and that you can go ahead and teleport to them. So Kara and Themis come teleporting in. What does your teleport energy look like when you show up? What kind of effect is around you when you guys come in?
It's probably like a sort of like a foggy, like a fog sort of like rolls in and like crackles a little bit. And then we're just poof, standing there.
Awesome. Themis, you're rejoining Paya, been doing your duties, and now you're arriving in this shrine. Now, Kara, you actually do have dark vision. I forgot to put this on your sheet, but that's something you acquired a long time ago. Themis, do you have dark vision?
I have a halo that is currently lit, so
That's
the
right.
entire place is illuminated. Well, within 60 feet.
Awesome. So, Kara, you guys have heard about her before. She's been a notable person of the Alliance. She was a necromancer, Rowan's apprentice back in the day, who was actually turned towards your Alliance's side 5 years back in the first competition by League of the Hunt. She's been a valuable ally to you guys since. None of you have probably met her personally until now, but she is a half-elf woman, looks a lot more on the human side than the elf side, blonde hair. What kind of attire is she wearing, Shelby?
She definitely has like a dark cloak. She's got like leather armor, but it's very simple. And then she's got like a cloak that's just a very like deep, rich color. Probably some nice trim on it, but looks fairly simple.
Awesome. So as they teleport in, oh yes, you got something, Alex?
Yes. So it just occurred to me, and Kara, I don't know if you would have been okay with this, but while we were waiting and having tea, because that is what we were doing anxiously, would you consent to doing it within a zone of truth? As we just had a little conversation about your interests, your history, what you like to do in the summer, who your friends are. We can talk about my friends.
She would have consented, but had there been anything that she would not have wanted to answer, she would have just sipped her tea and kept mum.
Don't worry, I won't ask about any bows you might have. I'm more interested in if, you truly are no longer friends with Rowan, was it?
Rowan must be destroyed. I do not wish to see him. I do not wish to have anything to do with him other than his destruction.
Oh, I love it when the zone of truth just stays clean and clear and under control. Anyhow.
Also, I suppose there probably would have been a little dinosaur friend joining you at tea as well.
Yes, he has a bowl full of raw meat.
Very good. So for Shelby here, go ahead and describe Themis, and then describe your Nina's here, so she knows who she was having tea with here.
Yeah. So it went down the wrong pipe. Don't know if you can tell. So Arbiter Themis is an ASMR. She has about shoulder length whitish blonde hair. She does have a halo, but it wasn't currently lit. You guys are having a cloak off because she also has a very dark cloak that she's wearing. Think like Sith Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Her Nemus looks like it's like if you turned Anakin in the Jedi Temple right before he kills the younglings. If you turned that into a raptor, that is what Dante the Raptor looks like. Red, black, yellow eyes, angry, full of hate and sorrow. So
he's not friendly then?
Not necessarily, but he's calm. But she would have said, "Oh, darling, don't touch the raptor." So yeah, she also on the table while you guys had tea, she had a bronzish looking mask, a horned mask with like a devil face on it, visage, and it just is sitting there while she sips.
Wonderful. Okay, very good. So you guys have your tea. Zone of truth happens, and then you guys come teleporting in. So when you teleport in, there are 3 other individuals, as well as a very notable individual, which is clearly some sort of demon or devil. There's this spiky blue creature that everybody seems pretty calm about, but is currently in the group of people. So aside from this spiky blue devil-looking creature, Otis, go ahead and let's describe what Otis is all about.
Otis is wearing a fancy suit. He's a shuni, which is like a pug. He's wearing a fancy purple suit. He's got a cigar in his mouth. Just looks fine as hell. Like, so sharp. And that's really it about Otis.
So he's a
Spot on.
pug?
We prefer to say part dog, part human, but
Oh,
yes,
okay.
he's like a pug.
The ancestor is called Shuni.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's small in size, so he's like halfling size, and but don't let that fool you, because he is stronger than most people you'll meet.
Very good. How about Paya?
Paya is a Tengu tiefling. So he is a bird with black feathers with some red and purplish feathers kind of interspersed in there. Wearing black robes with gold lining and trimming. Lots of pockets that you can't see, but they're there. And right now he has a devil with him named Throat Ripper. Is there do we have a picture of what Throat Ripper looks like that we can put up?
Yeah, we do.
I forgot about Throat Ripper.
Yeah, he's still here.
Oh,
Let's go to the
guy.
map. I'll get you guys on like the map entrance here. We'll describe it in a minute, but let's get you guys over here.
Honestly, the best demon devil guy that could come around. Throat Ripper. I'm keeping him on the books.
This is not the right map, but for some reason it will lead you to the right one, so I'm bouncing you around a little bit. Did it put you guys there?
It put me
Looks
somewhere.
like it's slowly bringing you guys over.
Oh,
I see your character slowly coming over. All right.
So zoomed in. There.
Do you guys see like a skull in the center there if you zoom out?
I see a green altar thing in the middle, or a well or something.
Okay, good. That's what you should be seeing. Very good.
And
It was
not a
bouncing you guys around.
skull. Ooh.
Okay. So let's go ahead and show a picture of Throat Ripper here. Because he is still present. Trying to find out where I put him. There he is. And show players. Okay, can you guys see that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
lovely.
He's a friendly guy, you know. You teleport in. He's just grinning at you two as you teleport in. Arbiter,
Hello, Throat Ripper.
you must be Kara.
Yes.
You
It's
gonna
lovely
scream
to
like
meet
the last
you.
bastard that we were helping?
Should you give me a reason to?
Yeah, she's all right. And then, as well as Paya and this devil, there is Irina. Tell us a little bit about Irina, Katie.
Irina is lean and tall. She's got really short, pixie cropped, white blonde hair, and she's very, very pale. She's got red eyes, dressed in like navy blue dyed studded leather, and she's got a silver spider hanging around her neck. And that's all you get to know about Irina.
She's definitely smiling, right? Just beaming smile.
I will kill you.
Very good. Okay. So you guys teleport in. Your dark vision all kind of kicks in for a bit, and then as soon as Themis kind of mists in with Kara here, her halo illuminates, your vision adjusts, and you guys are all in this shrine here. You guys are first meeting first time. What's going on?
What took you so long to get here?
Well, we had to wait until you were in the correct position. So what took you so long to get here?
I believe you can read the report. We wiped the floor with all demons present.
You put a report together already?
Of course I did. I am an investigator.
What a nerd.
I'm putting that in the report as well.
Why wouldn't we be in the report? What?
Indeed. Let's get to business.
Carry on then.
Okay. So as you guys descend further into this shrine here. It's not very complex. The entryway turns a corner, and you guys just can immediately see this large open room here. It's all carved out very nicely. There is this kind of eerie green glow illuminating the entire room. And you guys can see the source of it immediately as you walk in. This here, as you guys walk in, there are steps leading up on all sides to this 10-foot risen platform in the center. And at the top of the platform, you guys can clearly see this big field of energy surrounding this object that appears to be a half of a statue. It appears to be the top half of a statue of what appears to be somebody in like a praying position, but the top of it is this kind of monstrous deformed skull with sharp teeth. And it's just suspended in air and looks like it's being held up in the air by these chains coming from the center of what appears to be this shrine. On the corners of the platform, you guys can see identical statues on all corners here. There are statues of what appear to be some malnourished, suffering people reaching out in all directions. Their faces all kind of drooping, almost to look like skulls, but still a little bit of flesh, maybe like somebody who's near death or undead. And aside from that identical pose, the only difference between the statues is there's some engraved runes on them, and the runes are all in different colors. The one on the back right here is in purple. This one here is in an inked black. This one here is green, and this one here is red. And that's what you guys see as you approach in here. Kara, as soon as you walk in, you do recognize this is the protective field around the phylactery that you're supposed to disrupt.
Go ahead.
Well, it certainly appears to be well protected upon first inspection. We'll need to do something about that.
Indeed.
Does my that's odd trigger?
Your that's odd doesn't trigger, actually, aside from the fact of the obvious glowing suspended statue here.
Okay.
Nothing else really strikes you as odd in here.
Are you going to say something?
I'll need to perhaps examine them closer to see how best to disrupt the barrier. But,
Otis will gesture his hand forward.
yeah, Kara will step forward hesitantly.
The Arbiter will step in front and say, "Allow me. I'm going to take my discipline and principles off of my belt, my cold iron discipline and principles.
Mm-hmm.
As I uncurl the chain and just sort of hold it in my hands, and I hold the book dangling about a foot, it starts to crackle with this like deep crimson red energy that just shimmers across the chains. I have Divine Blade ally, so it is axiomatic.
Wonderful.
Enchant. Yes. So,
Awesome.
the hell am I? What side? Where?
We appear to have disappeared from existence.
I imagine this is the door down here. So,
Yeah, so this is where you guys came in from over here. These are the steps leading up on all sides, and you guys don't see any other entrances or exits in here. Also, while we're getting that set up, there have been more blessings dished out. Otis, your blessing is increased to moderate with Callistria.
Oh, thank you.
Themis, yours is increased to moderate with Gorham.
Ooh,
And
thank
Shelby, Kara has been blessed further, so you're sitting on a whopping 6 hero points.
Ooh.
Chase, I don't see my token.
yeah, none of us see.
You guys can't see your tokens here?
Nope.
Let me try to drag them out here again and see if that fixes. There was a whole weird transition when I put you guys onto that map. Irina, do you see yourself there?
No.
Is it just darkness? Do you guys see the map?
The map
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
The map's
Map is
there.
there.
We just aren't.
What about there? Do you see yourself moving around, Irina?
Oh.
Right here. Huh. Hey, Otis, that's odd triggers. None of you are here.
This is all in all imagination.
Let's see here. Let's go to the talking screen here really quick. I'm gonna reboot Foundry. Does everybody still have the Foundry link in the party?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna reboot Foundry real quick. Bear with us for a second, chat.
Will we need a new Foundry link if it's being rebooted?
No, I'm not like full resetting it. I'm not doing like a hard reboot.
Okay.
Just restarting it. So I think it should be okay. Okay, it's back up. So let me know you guys when you're back in.
Oh, I see the skull now. I didn't see that before.
Oh, weird. Okay. So it must have just been broken. That's crazy.
Yeah, I see the skull. I still don't see.
So I don't have your tokens here. Do you see Otis there?
Yes.
Otis, Irina.
Ooh. That is much
Hiya.
spookier.
That's good. My dramatic effect was ruined. Okay, we've got Arbiter, Paya. We've got.
Ah, yes, very spooky.
Okay, there's Kara. We have got your devil. We've got Dante. Okay, I think we've got you guys all there. You guys can all see your tokens.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So sorry, Alex, you were saying.
Oh, so I will step forward. I'm going to do a perception on the stairs, or the surrounding area. I'm anticipating that I'm going to get blown up to pieces, but got to get up there somehow.
Whoa, you're walking up. Otis will walk with her.
Okay. Yeah, when you guys step further into this room, you guys hear a booming voice on the air. Kara, this voice sounds twisted but still familiar, and it just kind of gives you a familiar chill of a voice that you do not like, of Rowan.
Those who enter here can plan to enter my legion. You will die, you will serve me. Enter at your own peril.
Man, he sounds so great.
Where do I sign up?
I think that is unwise.
What was your perception there, Themis? 21.
21.
Yeah, they look like stairs. Otis, as you step a little further in, that's odd triggers, I suppose. These runes actually seem to be slightly crystalline in nature. The black one here appears to be some sort of obsidian. This appears to be amethyst, ruby, emerald.
Otis will stick his hand out in front of the Arbiter.
Do you sense that, Arbiter?
No.
You don't.
Those statues.
You mean my impending doom?
Well, I'm getting there. Those statues are crystalline in nature. We've got obsidian, amethyst, ruby, and emerald. Perhaps we can break them?
Can I do, or can you roll me a knowledge religion? I'd like to know the importance of those stones, what they might be to a religious ceremony or ritual.
Yeah, so you can roll me a blind roll. Have I done blind rolls with this group yet?
Yeah, but Alex wasn't here.
Okay, that's true. So if you click, if you see the chat box there, Alex, just above it, you can check that public roll to blind roll. That'll be how we do our secret checks from now on. So give me a blind occultism for this one. Religion won't actually apply.
Okay.
Can Otis innately do that as well?
Mhm,
Like
for sure.
while he's looking at them?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Themis, you know that these statues and the gems being used here are part of a pretty common necromantic ritual. These empower undead. All of them have a play in empowering undead, and all of them together specifically can empower them in different ways.
Does Otis know that?
Otis, you know that as well. The ways they are empowered are limitless. Each one kind of heightens a different aspect. Ruby will enhance their undead vitality. The obsidian will heighten their undead strength. The amethyst will heighten their supernatural abilities, and the emerald will heighten their defenses and fortitude.
So we should destroy them then. Perhaps that should be the first order of business.
I agree.
Otis will look back at Kara.
Didn't you come here for a purpose? Perhaps you should get started.
Yes, I am a bit wary of what will happen once we start, so everyone should best be on guard.
I'll turn to Dante, and I'll just say, guard the princess, won't you? And the raptor will step up to you.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Chase.
Yes.
I can't click on Paya's token.
Oh no.
He
Let's
belongs to me.
Well, I mean,
Them
that's
for taking
kind
him
of true.
So I'm actually going to play him today.
Okay. I'll just watch. You're okay.
Okay. I tried resetting the ownership of him. Also, make sure that you're clicked on like the person in the little square so you have the selection tool. And can you move him now?
No, I can move my devil,
But you can't.
and I could move Alex's Nemus, but I can't move Paya.
Interesting. Are you signed in as the correct person? Are you signed in under Paya?
I think so.
Let's do this. We're just gonna. Everybody owns Paya now. We're gonna see if you can own him then. Let's see. Permissions.
Where can I look to see who I'm assigned in as? I know I signed in as Paya, but I don't know.
Try moving Paya now.
No,
I can't even move Paya.
but there is like a little icon in the upper left by his token, and I don't know if that means something.
That's persistent damage because you were taking it at the end of last session.
You can just forget about that.
Killing Paya. I'm adding Paya back. Can you?
Okay, now I can move him.
Okay.
Now he has a health bar too.
There's a broken Paya. Okay.
Nobody needs to know that. Thank you.
All right. What were you guys doing? You have a raptor defending Kara here. So Dante will follow Kara around.
Yes.
Tall is this platform?
10 feet up. And these stairs will be treated as difficult terrain.
I will start up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, you go up the stairs and nothing seems to happen. They're just
Otis will
Okay.
follow.
I'd like to do. I'll make room for the inspector, and I will do a perception check up here now that I'm 10 feet up.
for sure.
Same.
Oh, that was blind, but
That's
whatever.
okay. You got a 21.
Again.
Otis, you got a 38 there.
40 with chat.
40 with chat. You guys are affirmated. Way to go, chat. Okay, yeah. So as you guys get up here, you don't see anything else new. You can get a better look at this kind of altar here. There are circles like around this pedestal that is the phylactery is kind of floating above.
Mhm.
So there's a little pedestal in the center, circles of blood smeared around it. And then this phylactery is suspended in air, surrounded by this powerful looking green energy. And there's chains on every side of this altar here that appear to be holding it from rising up higher into the air. And then you guys see the same statues and nothing else of note.
Is this blood fresh blood?
It looks old.
Old blood, like dried and crusty.
Yeah.
Kara is going to bank towards the obsidian statue. That was this one on the left, right?
Yes.
And she'll just, kind of slowly approach it to examine it.
Okay.
Any
Yeah,
on-
nothing happens as you approach. It's got a pretty chilling image. There's like the artist of these statues really captured the suffering and agony and the facial expressions of these creatures or people, but nothing else of note aside from the obsidian runes.
Can I refocus too while we're doing this to get some focus points back?
Yeah, we can say that all of you guys are refocused.
Okay.
And that should be fine there.
It's very
Oh.
evocative what they've done with this this artwork here. Any advice on how to destroy it, or can I just smash?
Let me take a moment to examine it further, and I'll let you know.
Have
So
your word.
you can roll me an occultism if you would like, Shelby.
Okay.
While that's being rolled, can Otis drink some of his healing potions and give some to Paya?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I have 6. So, how many do you need?
And since we're out of combat, maximize the healing on him.
So I have
really?
I have 49 out of 106, but I don't remember what my hit points were before I leveled up. So I should have.
You can heal for however much you gained this level. Basically, because you would have gained those hit points.
Yeah, I don't know how much I gained. I don't remember what my hit point max was before I leveled up.
Drop your character sheet to 9 and then put it back up to 10 and you can see the
Oh, clever.
Katie with some big things. Okay, so with your 26, Kara, you know that these statues aren't necessarily like innately magical, so they could just be destroyed by any normal means.
Okay.
It's just that they are kind of a focus for magic rather than being magical themselves.
Do I notice if like the stones are the magic component?
It's the gems, not so much the
The
statues.
gem,
Mhm.
yeah, the gems.
Yeah.
Do I know if like that is what needs to be destroyed, not the?
Yeah,
Statue.
and it would have to be like utterly destroyed to not be able to be drawn from. Like even if it was powdered, there could be power drawn from it.
So would I know if that is possible given her abilities?
Given your abilities, no. You know there's probably some forms of magic such as like disintegrate or things like that.
Paya, come here.
Yes,
Do you still have our guild bag of holding?
I do.
What do you say we just drop these gems into another realm for a while? Do you think that would work, Kara?
I believe it's worth a shot.
That's not the form, yes or no?
I mean, I believe the worst that would happen is simply the power would still be drawn from it. I don't think that anything worse would happen. But
You only operate in uncertainties. Do you think or do you know?
I don't know.
She's like this all the time. So, why don't we give it a shot and find out? Does anyone else have a powerful gem we can drop in and see if the magic still seeps through into another dimension, or should we just give it a shot with this black one here?
Paya, you feel your guild bag get a little bit heavier.
Oh, I'm gonna have a little look-see.
Speak of the satchel.
I want
Or
to
the
get out of the
devil,
way.
as they say.
You
What
can
do
have
we have here?
3 healing potions for 24 hit points, Paya. Otis will like just hand them to you.
You better
Okay.
drink these.
Okay, I will drink them.
So you're drinking potions, and out from your guild bag, you pull a very large, nicely cut ruby shard.
Oh,
What's this?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll do detect magic on it.
Yeah, it's not magical, but it does appear to be the same sort of energy that is on this red statue over here.
It seems to match this red statue over here.
Maybe go touch this shard to that statue.
I'm gonna drink my potions first.
now why on earth would the contract consortium be sending us a red necromantic gem in our satchel? I just can't think of why that would be useful. I could think of any other number of things that could come in handy when you're diving into, I don't know, situations such as this, trying to dismantle a phylactery, but I'll take a red gem. It's beautiful.
Well, why not? It's free. So sorry, for each potion I heal 24 hit points.
Toby?
Yeah, 24 total. Sorry, I didn't know
Oh,
you were asking me.
24 total
Yeah,
for
so
all 3.
8 for
Okay.
each healing potion.
Okay, perfect.
Also,
Thank you.
Otis, your blessing has been maximized.
Stop.
Wait,
What?
no,
Who?
maximized. Never mind. I misread. Playing with your heartstrings. Ignore
Wow. Chase.
Okay.
I was so excited for a minute because it gives me a like companion guy.
me. I know. But nope. I duped you.
I'll finish drinking and say thank you, Otis.
Of course,
Very,
Maya.
very appreciated. And then I'm gonna walk up to the red statue and just kind of hold the ruby in front of it, but not touch it yet, and just see if anything happens.
Well, now.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Don't go too quickly.
Well, I don't really know what to do, or why this appeared in the bag.
This is like the moment that they sent us a tent, and it was just not really a tent. It was more of a lean-to, and I don't know how to put together a lean-to. Why would I, an arbiter, know how to put together a lean-to?
Sending us glimpses of what we actually need.
Let me pray about it. I'm going to sit and think.
I'm going to pull out some incense and start burning them and just like
I
circling
roll knowledge?
around her. Just
While they're doing this, can I roll a knowledge on this gem?
Yeah. What's
Is it
the
occultism?
knowledge?
Yeah, you guys already both succeeded. The gem is just a gem. You know, it's same sort of properties. You have no idea why the guild would be sending you one.
Wait.
Do you
Hand me
think
that.
this would help Irina? She's negative. Do you think it would help Irina?
Smile?
Well, no, but
As far as any of you know, you don't know any rituals that you could use to have the help. There probably are ones that exist, but none that you know.
Garo, don't you have something to do? You're
Perhaps.
just standing around.
Now, I'm praying. Wait a moment. I'm going to step over to the statue. Is it like holding the gem? Is the gem affixed?
No, there's like occultic looking runes engraved in them. With your earlier rolls, there's nothing significant about the runes. They're like spell casting runes, just runes of power that are used in different spells. So really all these statues are set up for is to empower undead in different ways, to be focuses of magic, not anything active right now.
Can I just rip a chain out?
But
Of the phylactery there?
Well, after Arbiter, but yes.
Oh yeah.
But so the statue with the ruby, is the ruby sitting? Or like, can I remove the ruby?
It's engraved in the statue. Like it's the runes in the statue are like inlaid ruby.
So we have a ruby chunk,
Mhm.
and there's inlaid ruby in the statue.
Right.
Okay.
Are you praying?
Still, yes.
Otis, you gotta
Mirror,
grab this
mirror
chain.
on the wall.
Roll me a
Who's the most
fortitude save.
lawful of them all?
Whoa, I was about to ask Kara something, but I'll roll a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh, it's private. Dun dun dun.
You got a 27. So
29 with the
29. Okay. You're gonna take half damage from this,
okay.
and it is negative damage. So you're taking 13 negative damage.
That's half, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that's not half. So 7 is how much you're taking.
Thank you.
Otis, do not touch that.
I was gonna rip it out. No one else is doing anything.
Well, now that you've been hurt by it, step back.
It didn't hurt me that bad. You've done worse.
Be that as
Carl,
it may.
Carl will walk up to it to try and start examining this phylactery.
Yeah. So you can see this energy around it. You recognize this as, you know, you've worked with Roan on defenses like this before. You know the ritual to stop it. You also know when you do start that, though, it is going to trigger some of the phylactery's defenses. You know, Roan was a fan of having undead being summoned in the region and then having various other dangerous traps trigger. You don't know exactly what he has set to this, but disrupting it will cause a scene.
I can begin working on dismantling this. When I begin, I can't say what will happen, but surely we will be under attack of some sort.
With
So-
your knowledge, would it be beneficial to break these altars on the corners?
Unfortunately, from the reports, I do not think that any of you have the abilities to cancel out this type of magic.
That's
You're
why we were
saying-
thinking of using a bag of holding, you know, to take take the runes and put them somewhere else, and then a rune appeared into our bag of holding and came out of it. And so it's almost like someone's reading my mind, and it's very disturbing.
I think we should do it, Arbiter.
Let's put a statue in the bag of holding.
Indeed.
All right. Well, why don't we try to get the ruby pieces and see what happens? Themis is going to lean her foot against the statue and see if she can shove it off of just kick it off the edge graciously. Just tip it off.
Roll me a strength check.
Otis wants to help activating his belt of lifting.
Oh yeah, you guys can just do it together. He activates his belt. Otis is so freakishly strong with that. You guys just topple that thing over.
Wait, off of this 10-foot ledge?
Yeah, I'm just going to kick it off.
Okay, I'm right there.
It reminds me of the clock tower.
Absolutely. The one with the 4 bells.
Indeed.
Well, here's your 5th, Mother Liquor. And I'll just kick it off. I caught myself at the last minute. Sorry, stream.
No, you're great. So yeah, you guys kick it off. The statue topples and it breaks into some chunks as it hits the ground below. Notably underneath of it, you see there is just a huge square inlaid into this platform of pure ruby.
Oh,
What?
That is.
Did anybody bring a pick?
there's at least 50 platinum of ruby right here under our feet. I know a few people who'd be interested in that. Wouldn't you say, Inspector?
Indeed I do. Perhaps we should kick the rest of the statues.
Does this
No.
shard look knife-like? The ruby shard.
No,
look
it's
like
just
a
like it's like a nicely cut ruby. So not carved like a weapon. I mean, it's maybe a little pointy.
The alliance is
weapon with
useless.
enough force.
The alliance is useless. Sending us here to kill a lich, not giving us the tools
You know,
to
was
kill.
there a note inside, Pyre? Perhaps, you know, any sort of
double check.
instructions? You know, the tent came with a manual.
You fish
I'm gonna
around.
dig through.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
There's nothing. There's nothing, Arbiter. There is nothing. They sent us a ruby.
I'm going to continue to. I'm feeling very frustrated, Fire.
Okay, hold on. Let me get more incense.
Thank you.
Let us continue knocking things off.
Otis will hand you a cigar.
Would you like one of these, Arbiter?
Oh no, thank you. I need fresh air, as fresh as I can get in this pit
Very
of
well.
stank.
Yeah, Otis will join Irina to knock. Can we just knock the rest of the statues over?
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you knock them over, it's the same sort of thing. They fall, they crumble. Beneath each of them is a large square pure of that gem. Very expensive.
They're cemented.
I love moving around this map. Okay, well, if we've knocked them all over,
Shall we get started?
I'm ready when you are. I don't know what type of position you'd like to be in.
All right, I suppose I've finished my prayer for now.
Remind me, our goal is to protect you, is that correct?
Our goal is to destroy this phylactery.
Indeed, but how long will you need?
I can't say.
You don't know how long you're gonna need? Isn't this your ritual?
The issue will be the defenses that are triggered. I know the ritual. I do not know what defenses Roan has put in place. I do not know what distractions may crop up.
And you studied under him. Are you lying about that too? Do you even know? This is
All right now,
ridiculous.
Syndicate, why don't you pipe down a bit?
Oh, sorry.
Without
We shouldn't
her.
be upset about incompetence, not knowing how long your own ritual takes.
Indeed, we're here.
Why
to
don't you just
save
get
the
ready to
world.
fight something?
Oh, Irina, don't be a
It's been
fool.
ready.
And she just turned around. She's going to start.
Okay. Just before you start, Themis, you feel a weight in your bag.
No, I don't. No, I do not. I'm going to open the bag and pull out what is it?
It's an emerald shard.
What in the hell fire and damnation is this?
And then, Kara, you start the ritual.
Yep.
Have you
Okay.
tried knocking it against the other stone?
We're going to roll initiative as Themis is upsettingly looking at this emerald. So let's see.
Ugh.
I'm going to add you guys to the initiative tracker here. So if you guys right click your token, you should be able to click that little sword and the cross swords and shield in the bottom right corner. And that will add you to the initiative. Then if you click this cross swords tab at the top of your screen, there's a little dice you can click for initiative. Let's get some mood music.
Do we get the chat affirmation on initiative?
Yes, you do.
Can you change mine to 39?
I sure will. I'll change all of yours by +2.
Thank you.
All right. So Paya, Themis, and then Shelby, if you click the top ones where they have like the audio button, there's like a cross swords and a yellow circle. If you click that one, you'll see Kara
okay.
in the initiative, and then you click that dice right there. Okay.
So will that change my macro bar? Because I don't see my
Oh yeah. So if you just click back
attacks
on your
anymore.
if you just click back on your token, your macro bar should be in the top left there for you. Oh, but your strikes are missing.
Yeah.
Why is Foundry doing this to us? Here, I'm gonna kill your token and give you a new one.
Okay.
Our VTT is acting up today. I think that happened to you once, Paya, didn't it?
I think so.
Okay. Boy, oh boy. Let's see here. Looks like it just killed your attack for some reason. So let me add that back for you here really quick.
Thank
In the meantime, I'll add your attacks once we get rolling on initiative. Just add you back in here. Okay, and you guys are all +2 here. So we've got Otis, Irina. The devil is going to be out of here. That'll just act on your turn, Paya. And we've got Arbor Themis, Kara, and then Paya. So what does your ritual look like when you start doing this? Like what is, you start interacting with this green energy with some sort of magic and disrupting it. What does that look like, Shelby?
Yeah, so she's got when she like starts to interact with the magic, it's like this dark purple energy stemming from her fingers, and it's kind of doing like this weird mixing with the green energy and making like these really ugly colors, and then it'll dissipate, and then she tries again, like, and each time like her magic is creeping further and further up, like trying to basically cover up and dispel this other energy.
Awesome. Yeah, and as you do that, you guys can see that whatever she's doing is clearly working. This green energy around the phylactery kind of blinks in and out of existence briefly, and then it gets smaller. It's kind of a large bubble. That bubble kind of shrinks, and as it does, this wisp of this dark charcoal-looking smoke comes shooting off in like all directions of the room. It kind of goes flying around. It wisps around you all in a circle like some sort of creature flying around you. And then all of it shoots to the corners of the room here. And you see that smoke apparate into these, looks to be like these red-robed creatures. And you hear this kind of echoing weird sigh come from them, this and you can see 4 of them, one in each corner of the room. Let me show you guys what they look like here. Closer up. There you go. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
You see these mysterious, just robed figures in the corners of the rooms here. And they apparate. And Otis, you're up.
Great. Devise a stratagem first. So let me rock that. Okay, I rolled a 12 for my devise a stratagem. He's gonna take a step backwards towards Kara as one action.
Wonderful.
Second act. Is it an action to plot a weapon, or is that as part of a move?
It's an action, sadly.
Okay. He's gonna step there next to Kara, and he's gonna second action. He's gonna pull out a smoke stick. Third action, he's gonna activate it and drop it in. I'll draw it on there for you.
Wonderful.
Right there. So her notice are now engulfed in smoke, so they are concealed from ranged attackers.
Do what you need to do, Kara. We will protect you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. Is that Otis's turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Arena, you're up.
I'm going to glare at this one over here, and it will be marked for death. That's 3 actions to do.
Okay, this one down here in the bottom right corner.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give this thing the wounded condition to mark that for your death because I don't have one for mark for death. Okay. That's Arena's turn. Themis.
Okay. So, I suppose, do the wraiths look? Are they different colors, or are they just over by the different where I maybe remember that the emerald statue was?
They're all in red robes, and they all look more or less the same.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'm going to move to my movement.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll stop right. Well, no, I'll move up here to where I can kind of see this guy over the edge,
Right.
and I'll just start swinging my my discipline and principles, and I'm gonna glare at him. And that actually, I'm gonna throw my fire at him.
Okay.
I can't. I double moved. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm still gonna glare at him.
Okay, so you step up, you glare at him. You can see when you get a little closer, it appears to be floating just off the ground, and the robes kind of unfurl, and this ghostly finger reaches out and just points directly at you.
Ooh, I have intimidating glare, so can I roll that?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll me an intimidate.
Sweet.
Oh,
36 with the chat.
36 with the chat. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's a critical success. So it goes to point a finger at you and then sees that you're just staring it down, and it kind of puts its finger back, and it's going to turn its attention towards Irina instead, and it's frightened too.
Sick. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Kara, you're up. I have fixed your attack, so you're good to go.
Well, she's going to, I guess, spend her whole turn working on weakening the phylactery.
Okay, so you're going to do your 3 actions to weaken it down?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you continue doing that same kind of ritual here, and you guys can see that energy is getting slightly smaller as she continues her magic on it. Okay, Paya, you're up.
Very good. Yes. Well, to do an intimidation, is that an action?
It is, yes.
Okay. I don't want to be on that anymore. So I'm going to move here, here, here. And I am going to cast, with a focus point, Hellfire Plume. It has a 60-foot range, and I'm going to cast it on that fella.
Okay. This
Let's
one right
see.
here, yes?
Yes, in the bottom right.
Okay.
So it's a DC 29 reflex, but I guess I get +2 to that with my blessing.
Yep, so 31 reflex.
Do I get anything from chat for that?
Not on the DCs.
Ah,
So that is going to be a 23, and you said it's a 31 right now?
yes.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Perfect. All right then. So 46 fire damage, and then 46 evil damage, which might not actually do anything to it.
Yeah, so the evil damage doesn't affect it, but that fire goes up, and there's kind of this ghostly figure, and that robe just ignites, and part of it starts burning away, and you can see this like shadow of a ghostly figure underneath as the robe starts to burn away.
Okay. Now I need to. Sorry, I have to pull out the tome.
No, you're good.
Because since it's a focus point, I do get I believe, a bonus to intimidation.
I love it when you pull out the tongue.
You either takes 1 fire damage. So actually, it takes 1 fire damage per spell level, and it's a level 5.
Okay, so 5 more damage. Noted.
Oh, or you gain a +1 status bonus to deception. I don't care about deception. Okay, I'm gonna try and intimidate it as well. Do I need to say something to intimidate it, or like is my spell enough?
I'd let your spell work. You can do like a somatic display of like, you know, power. Yeah, go
Or
for
just be like, I suggest you leave. And I want to try and do my scare to death feat.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So let me just send that over.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll that intimidate.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
40. And then does that get the +2 bonus?
That does get the +2 bonus from chat.
42.
So you ignite this thing up in flames, and its robe starts wisping away, and it just screams, and the robe twirls and then just falls to the ground empty.
Amazing.
And Paya's just gonna start laughing. Oh, it's too easy. And then he's gonna send Throat Ripper to the one in the bottom left.
Okay, and Throat Ripper's speed, if I recall, is very fast, if I remember.
He does. It's a 30 fly.
30 foot fly speed. Can you control him?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and move him.
So 5.
So he's got 2 actions if you're spending an action. Oh, you're just using his 1 action, correct?
I actually want to have him go as far as he can on this turn, because he's not going to be able to attack.
So yeah, so he'll only have 1 action since you didn't command him. So it'll be 30
right. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. That's my turn.
All right. It is the baddies. And I am going to spend, let's see. So hero point count. Shelby Carr is sitting at 6. I've got 3 villain points. Otis has 4. Irina 1. Paya 1. Arbiter 1. So I'm going to spend a villain point. And Kara's working on this phylactery here, and that energy is going to start launching off more smoke. And it's going to go wisp over to this green statue here. And as the smoke twirls around there, it turns green. And it's going to start launching towards this wraith down here, the one that's frightened. But Kara, as that smoke wisps by, you being a necromancer and having worked with Rowan, you can feel that necrotic energy forming around the green statue. If you wish, you can spend a hero point and you can redirect that to Themis, who currently has the emerald on her.
And it will, I get the sense that it will instead empower Zarva.
Yeah, you feel like that's some sort of empowering magic, and you sense that you can redirect that magic to Themis instead of that undead.
Okay, yeah. So as like it starts to like shoot off, she's like doing this ritual and has her hand out, and like one of her arms just like snaps out to redirect it. Kind of like, I don't know, like almost like she's playing volleyball with the she like spikes the power back into the emerald that Themis is holding, and like you feel the power come over you.
Nice. Yeah, so she redirects that emerald glows for a second, Themis, and then you can see this like very subtle, blurry field of magic surround you. You're going to gain 20 temporary hit points.
Oh, I knew I liked you. Sweet.
Okay. And then these things are going to go. So this one is too afraid of Themis. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, come now.
These guys. Where is their speed here?
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Second action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's going for Arena. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that one goes to Arena. And this one has 1 action left to attack. So this one is going to fly up to you, Arena, and it's just going to reach a ghostly hand out for you here. How about a 19 versus your armor class?
A miss.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's gonna triple move up to
I wanna-
Themis.
Up attack it.
Oh, you have a reach weapon, right?
I do.
Yeah, go for it. Swing your book around.
Excellent. So is this an advantage situation? So like you gain advantage on attack rolls that use strength? Is that
Yeah, so Pathfinder term which use, I guess, is fortune. So roll twice, take the better result.
okay? I'll do it. So I guess I'll do. Well, I'll try again. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that was a rough double roll. So we have a 21 and a nat 1. Both of them are
Well,
going to
so
miss.
22.
20. Let's see, where are we at on the affirmation here? We're at plus 2, so 20. So 23. It's still going to miss though.
That's fine. He's coming
So
out of right
It
field.
just kind of wisps to the side out of the way as you swing, and that's
Okay.
their turn. It triple moved up to you.
Okay.
So that makes it Otis. You're up again.
Okay. First, I'm going to devise a stratagem because I can see him. I'm on the edge of this smoke, right? So I can
Yeah.
see this. Okay, I want to devise a stratagem, and as part of that action, I also get to recall knowledge. So, do you want me to
Yeah, go ahead and just roll.
secret
You can
roll
roll
that?
public religion.
religion?
Mhm.
Okay.
Also, your blessing's been maxed for realsies this time, Toby.
Woo.
31.
Okay, 31.
Thank you for the max blessing. If Chase isn't lying.
I'm not lying this time. It's for realsies from Felicia.
Oh, I know that lady.
Okay, that's a critical success, so you do get your bonus. What do you want to know about these? These are wraiths.
Okay, two things. If it's a critical success, I'm gonna announce this to my whole party. Everyone will get a +2 attack on this guy right here, if you attack this guy, and he will be flat-footed to Irina. So I will use my I don't remember the name. I'll look up the name in a second for you. Shared stratagem. So he'll be flat-footed to Irina if I hit him. I'll get back to that. Okay. I would like to know their defenses.
Okay. Yeah, so these things are incorporeal. So they resist all sorts of damage except for force damage, ghost touch, or positive. And they have double resistance against anything non-magical. They have terrible fortitude saves. They're immune to precision damage, non-lethal damage, paralyzed, poison, disease, death effects.
So you're saying that, from what I understand, Otis would know that he couldn't hurt them by punching them.
Not unless he had some sort of... Well, he could, just not very much, unless it was
Okay.
magical.
Next question. Are these considered weaker enemies for this major blessing? Says
Yes,
that
they are.
They are?
They are.
Can I have it sting the one that's about to mess up the Arbiter?
Yeah, for sure.
And then
your
what?
blessing does here?
It says, once you may have a large wasp land on an enemy of your choosing. The wasp stings that creature. If it is a weaker creature, they will serve you for the rest of the session. If it is a powerful enemy, they will lose 20% of their maximum health.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So tell us what that looks like.
Yeah, Otis is going to first. Sorry, let me do a little role play. He wants to look at Kara.
Do you need anything from me, Carl?
No, I just need to focus.
Indeed.
Otis looks up and smiles as he steps out of this fog, and he gestures a hand forward, and his wasp emblem that he has, the little trinket, comes to life and flies over to the one by the Arbiter and lands on the Wraith and just stings it. And-
Okay. Yeah, and it does that. And let's say that this, when that happens, this thing shouldn't be able to be stung, but there's something divine about this wasp. And its red cloak and robes around it is going to turn to the colors of Callistria, to more of a yellow and black. And yeah, this one's yours. I'm going to give you permission. on
Amazing.
this.
And Otis will go,
Barmative, best get over here. That one is mine.
Oh, that's a neat trick. Is there going to be one left for me?
If you hurry, there might be.
and then he'll have stepped up, and he's just going to punch with his devise a stratagem, which isn't going to be very much. It is a 28.
Chat, 28's going to hit.
Oh, well then. Sorry, I'm a little slow today.
Yeah, no, you're good. And I gave you ownership of that wraith there, Otis.
That is 21 damage, but it's magical from my runes, but it's not force or anything like that. It's just...
Okay. Yeah, so you punch through it and it kind of just goes right through the robe. You feel like there's some kind of energy you're affecting and punching through, but it doesn't feel super effective.
Okay. Because I hit it,
I could use your help.
he is flat-footed to Irina till my next turn.
Very good.
That is it for Otis.
Okay. Irina, you're up.
Okay, Irina will turn and 2, 3, 4. Nod to Otis. 1, 2, 3, 4. To there. And then she will.
Also, Irina, your blessing's been increased by Kim.
Ooh, wonderful. So, okay, just sign what that does. Okay, she will. I don't want to use that yet. She's just going to attack as normal, even with the resistances.
Sure. Okay. So swinging a normal swing.
Arm's not gonna do anything. Why is that not in there? Okay.
Did Foundry didn't kill your attacks too, did it? Okay.
Foundry totally killed my attacks. 38.
That is going to crit.
Cool.
Don't forget to add +2 as well from Otis's devise a
So
strategy.
that'd be 40. So 22.
Okay. 22 damage. Is your magical? Is your weapon?
It's
magic?
cold iron.
Cold iron. Okay.
And
ghost
yeah,
touch,
no, not ghost touch. No.
though. Okay. Yeah. So you swing through this. You cut and tatter the robe. It kind of goes right through. You feel something. Feels not super effective, but you're definitely hurting it.
Yeah. I'll do it again. The -5, 4.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Oh!
So let's go ahead and I'm going to draw you a critical hit card. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I might as well use a hero point.
Gonna use a hero point on it? Yeah. Okay, Pi is spending a hero point. How is he empowering that attack?
50%, please.
Okay. So that is going to be 24 with that empowered. And it's actually, roll one more time, that's triple damage for the card. So roll normal damage on top of it. Okay, so that's 26 plus 13, so 39 total. How do you do it?
Oh!
So she gets summoned by Otis, turns, and it's one very fluid movement. She strikes one way and then just goes through, knows that it goes through, but still takes the head with the second strike through.
Nice.
Touching something solid.
This hood kind of tatters down, looking like a decapitated head for a moment before it just wisps into nothing. Okay.
Is Kara able to see them since she's in smoke?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And you can kind of sense it. You have like a strong connection to these undead. You probably just see outlines, but you can almost kind of see their energy a little bit.
So as she's going to use her reaction, as this creature departs us, you see like an essence like come out of it that's like in the same color as Kara's energy, and it is going to bolt into Paya, and you will heal for an amount 5 times the level of that creature.
Awesome. So you're going to heal for 30, Paya.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh, thank you,
That's
Kara.
And when she does that, that robe just wisps away into nothingness before it even hits the ground.
That's
Okay.
so cool.
Anything else for you, Irina?
That would be all my actions.
Okay. So there's, just for you guys, for Recount the Battle, this one here is Otis's Wraith. And there's one left in front of Paya down here. And it's your turn, Themis.
You mean Throat Ripper?
Throat Ripper. Thank you. That's not Paya.
I can see how you made a mistake. No, I'm kidding. Well, Themis will just sort of sneer at the Callistria Wraith and saunter over to Kara in protection, and she'll come on this side though with her with her movement outside, and that'll be my turn. She's just gonna watch Throat Ripper do his thing.
Okay, so Kara, you're up. First off, you have tons of chat love. You're up to 7 hero points. Secondly, as your turn starts, you feel that you've dropped the defenses down on this phylactery by like a step. So you know it's weakened a good chunk now. There's still more you can do, but you feel that if you weaken it more, it's probably going to trigger more defenses at this point. So
do I feel like I could like attack it too, or do I need to continue weakening it?
So you know that basically what's happening with this phylactery, the protective magic around it is keeping it safe from damage. It can be harmed at any point if you swing through that field, but it's going to weaken the blow. And you know that as soon as this phylactery takes damage, it's going to teleport away to safety. So you've basically got one shot at it. So it's attack it sooner or keep weakening it and summon more defenses until you feel good about taking the strike.
Okay.
And anybody can take the strike. Anything can do the damage, but you get one shot.
All right. So she just reaches her hands out again to conjure more of this like dark purple energy. It might conjure more defenses. Just be prepared, and she will spend her turn weakening it some more.
If you could go faster, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
Noted.
As she does that, this time more smoke comes launching off of this phylactery. It wisps around Kara, around Themis, around Otis, winding around like a snake. And this time, it branches off into 6 around the room. Let me go ahead and put these enemies around. Time to add the baddies. Okay, so we got one over here, one over here.
Oh, yes.
One over here. You guys can see these popping up now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Awesome.
love this.
Let's go ahead and show chat what these look like. So these horrific looking kind of skeletal, ghostly floating creatures and these kind of wrapped over pieces of clothing show up. They look like this. Glowing purple eyes.
Oh, they're lovely.
Lovely. Yep.
Yes.
I told you
Quite
you couldn't use my
lovely
Facebook
indeed.
profile picture, Chase.
Sorry, I couldn't resist, Alex. Okay, so Kara weakens the defenses again. That's her turn. Paya, you're up. You see one of these, couple of these wisp pretty close to you, here and here.
Oh, well, I don't like that one. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm actually just gonna
Burn them.
burn them, like, what else? The first thing I want to do is I want to give Throat Ripper an action to attack the one right in front of him.
Okay.
And he's gonna go ahead and do his barb.
Barb.
His barb. 35.
Oh, man.
Okay, 35 for the barb against which one again?
The one right in front of him. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's going to crit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, there you have it.
So I'm just rolling damage twice then.
Yeah, go for it. There should be, I think, a critical button as well for the future, but rolling twice also works.
29 plus 30, or 29 plus 25.
Okay, so these barbs go right through this robe. You can almost feel like you see like this ghostly like ectoplasm come out as he removes the barb. It's not immune to bleed, but I feel like it should be. But I guess we'll say it's bleeding ectoplasm because you have your bleeding barb, right? Or whatever it's called.
Plus, yeah, it has bloodletting.
Bloodletting, right. Okay, yeah, so this thing starts bleeding some sort of ectoplasm.
Oh, wonderful. Let's see. So now my turn. Okay. Paya is just gonna do a produce flame on the same one.
Okay. Go ahead and make that spell attack roll. You've got +4 total between your blessing and chat.
29.
29 hits.
Yes. 17 fire damage.
Okay, yeah, so you ignite this thing in a little bit of flame. The robes burn. It's bleeding ectoplasm, but it is still up.
Okay. Well, that was all my actions, so I'm done.
Okay. All right. It is the baddie's turn. So I am going to spend a villain point. So when I spend this villain point here at the start of this, when these enemies start collapsing towards you guys, smoke comes flying off the phylactery again, and this time it goes towards the obsidian.
Oh, yes.
When the smoke reaches there, it swirls up into this just huge black cloud that then just pulses out, and this purple energy just washes over the entire room here. All of the enemies are going to have boosted attack rolls and damage for this turn.
There was
there an obsidian gift?
Mm-hmm.
Who got the obsidian gift? Arena, you have something in your bag.
Cold heart.
She'll look down and pull it out and roll her eyes because this is useless.
Chat giving all these gifts. Okay, you, Kara, feel like you can sense this energy again, and you feel like this time you can redirect it to the obsidian on Arena if you want.
Yeah, she once again, like, as this energy like pours out, she redirects it this time, not having like the hands to do so. She like yanks her head towards the energy, and like her eyes flash, and it redirects into the useless shard that Irina pulls out.
Very nice. Okay, and Arena, you feel this purple energy. It feels negative. It feels necrotic. Feels right to you. You're going to, being negative energy affinitive, you're going to get +2 to your attack rolls, and you're getting double the effects of damage. You had 2 extra damage dice for next round.
All right, she'll raise her eyebrow and look at Kara. Maybe not so useless.
Kara's not looking at anyone.
You said that was +2 to attack.
And 2 extra damage dice on your damage rolls.
What?
Okay, this wraith here is going to reach out, and it's going to try to hit is it Throat Ripper? Is that what we've named him?
Throat Ripper.
Throat Ripper. Okay. This ghostly hand reaches out, and it's going to nat 20.
Not today,
on Throat
homie.
Ripper.
Hero point.
Okay.
Not to throat rimmer.
What a beautiful slope.
Clip that.
Yes, it needs to be clipped.
I don't want to use my hero point on this anymore. This thing has to die.
It's too late. No take backsies.
All right, so Otis is spending a hero point. I will re-roll that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be a 28 versus his AC is going to miss. What does that look like, Otis?
Same thing. He grabs his wasp and just jams it into his hand to trigger like the blood, and then he just looks at this thing, and you see the cigar smoke from his cigar change to a red color, and it flies into the wraith.
Okay.
And like messes him up.
All right. What are you telling this one to do, Otis? This one kind of looks to you for direction.
Oh, I can't wait.
Kill something. That
Okay.
one.
He'll point to the undead thing.
Okay, yeah, this one's going to go up, and it's going to start just swirling around in this mess of spectral clothing and just start tangling it up with this one here.
Is my wraith empowered?
It is, yeah.
Oh, this is so great.
Okay, that is going to hit. It is going to do damage. Okay, it is going to do 13 damage, and it's going to grab it. So it's just hanging on to this thing so it can't go anywhere.
Could I have told him to go up 1 square?
For sure.
Position yourself for me to come and flank with you, Wraith.
Oh, so you want him to be like right, like here?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. He'll be right there. You got it. Okay, that's that thing's turn. So these creatures here are going to go now. And this one here is going to look at Otis, confused that he's barking at orders at it, and it's going to shriek at him. So
At Otis?
At Otis.
What
This is
a monster.
ear-piercing scream, and I need you to make me a fortitude save, Otis.
I would.
Will save.
I would love to make a will save. 36.
36 is a critical success.
What?
Doesn't matter to you.
Your voice means nothing to me, creature.
And it's going to start fighting back with this wraith here. That's going to be a crit.
Not today.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to draw a critical hit card for
No,
you.
I'm hero pointing this.
That's right. That's not yours. Wrong undead. I'm getting my undead mixed up. Okay. Yeah, it'll re-roll.
Because it's the one attacking my guy, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So another hero point for Otis. That one's going to miss. Okay. That's that one's turn. This one over here is going to fly towards Irina and scream at Irina. Irina, you need to make a will save.
That's so good.
Or D2.
Yeah, that's a critical success. These things are flying as well. They float up. They're
That's
gliding
so
towards
cool,
you.
man.
This ear-piercing scream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this one here is going to move up just behind Paya and scream right in his ear. You need to make a will save.
Come on, Paya, join the club.
Oh no, he went the opposite side of the club.
You had to say something, didn't you?
Okay, that is a
No.
critical fail here. So you are,
dear.
oh no. You're frightened 3 and you're paralyzed for this many rounds. For 3 rounds, unless paralysis is removed from you here. Let's go ahead.
Do you have to
and add-
draw from a crit fail deck or anything?
No,
Okay.
that crit fail effect is bad enough.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're frightened and paralyzed for those rounds. So just remember your DCs. Well, I guess I need to add frightened too, because that'll matter for your saving throws. This thing is just right in your ear and it just shakes your core. You don't see it coming, and it is terrifying.
Paya just hunches over, covers his head.
Wonderful.
Sits there.
Okay. This one is going to fly up here, and it is going to reach out and try to just grab your throat with this clawed hand.
That move's taken. We have a throat ripper.
Yes, throat ripper.
This one's a throat squeezer. So your AC is down by a total of 4 right now, and that's a 25.
Down by 4.
Yep.
I have a 23 AC, so yeah.
Okay. So that's going to hit.
It sure is.
It is going to do 10 damage to you. And then it grabs onto your throat and starts choking you. You feel these claws go into your neck. You're terrified. You can't move. And that's its turn. These two here are going to start flying towards Kara.
Ugh.
Not today.
Okay, triple move there. Triple move there. And that's the enemy's turn. Otis, you're up.
Otis is gonna hold turn till after Irina.
Okay, Otis is holding Arena. You're up.
Okay, I've gotten yourself into a mess. Okay. These are undead, correct?
They sure appear to be.
It's 4 feet, so
They
I sure
are.
hope that. Okay, so this will be the worst. A +4 though, so 26.
26 will hit.
Total. Okay. I need to roll 2 more on top of that, so hold on.
Okay. So we've got a total
that's-
of
18 +4 from Undead Slayer, so that's 22 damage.
And what type of damage is this? Piercing?
This is a short sword, so
Piercing,
it's
okay.
piercing.
Yeah, so you like these things are floating. Though these don't seem as incorporeal as the others. It stabs right in and feels like it's effective.
Like really effective.
It feels regularly effective as if you stabbed something.
Right, I'll do it again. 25.
It's gonna hit.
Just gonna do this way. This will be plus 5.
Okay.
23.
Okay, 23 damage. Yeah, you're stabbing into it. It looks angrily down at you as the other one is choking Paya. Paya's getting some love from the chat, getting some hero points.
Thanks, chat. You're the best.
Okay, that is my turn.
So for an incapacitation effect like this, Paya, I will let you do a heroic recovery if you want to end it. Yeah, so if you want to end the paralyze early on your turn, I'll let you spend 3 hero points. So think about that, and Arbiter, it is your turn.
Otis would like to go.
Oh, Otis is going to go now. Go for it.
Otis will look at the Arbiter.
Do you got Paya or do you got Kara? I will take the other.
Help, Paya.
Indeed.
Otis is going to move. He will go. He's gonna run 35 feet, so 1 move out to here. Oh, it didn't let me do it.
Man, Otis is fast.
35 feet to there. He's gonna devise a stratagem. So could you give me a knowledge check on these new undead creatures?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a religion.
Will do. That's not a great roll. Religion is 32.
That is a critical success. These are revenants. What do you want to know about them? Like, what's the general idea you want to get?
Special abilities, please.
Yeah, so these things do this baleful shriek, which can make somebody so frightened that they just can't move. It just kind of supernaturally keeps them in place. Aside from that, they can sense whoever murdered them, which is kind of a random ability that doesn't seem super applicable here. They don't like seeing their own reflection. That's something kind of unique to them. And you know that if the revenant, well, that's not really applicable. A lot of their abilities are weirdly tied to their murderer, which won't be applicable here. The applicable thing right now is how this one is choking Paya. They are extremely strong, and it will quickly start choking the life out of him, doing a lot of damage if he can't get out of the grab.
Do I know if a mirror, showing them a mirror, would greatly harm them? Like, is that like a would he know that? 2 questions. Would he know that? And then would he know if would Toby know if you're immune to the scream after critically succeeding?
You are, yeah. You know you're immune to the scream. Also, seeing the mirror, it won't harm them, but it will immobilize them and keep them from attacking.
Great. Otis is going to step up on this other side of this one as his second action. Third action, he's going to flurry of blows.
Okay.
So his first attack with the flurry, he rolled a 6 for his devise stratagem. So it'll be a 28.
Okay, 28's going to hit.
Okay. This is going to be a lot of damage.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be 11 plus my level from my blessing because I'm hitting a flat-footed target.
And
so
you are level 10, so 21.
21 damage.
Okay.
And then his second attack, 33
because the chat makes it a crit.
What? Okay, sweet. Okay, so does my blessing level damage double with the crit as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is going to be 22 plus 20, so 42 damage.
Yeah, so you're punching this thing. You feel like you're punching into a hollow husk. Like the bones and flesh are just crumbling away as you punch into it.
Oh, that's gross. But it seems like I'm hurting it.
Definitely.
Let go of Paya, you undead monstrosity.
Okay.
That's it. So to clarify this real quick, everyone gets +2 to attack this revenant that he's in front of. And Irina,
finish this one.
they're flat-footed to you if I wasn't standing there. That's it. Otis is done.
Okay, awesome. That makes it Kara's turn.
What about me?
Yeah.
Oh, did we skip Themis? Yeah, right. Otis held. Sorry.
I
Themis'
messed up your
turn.
whole thing.
No, you're good.
Okay. Not that I'm like cheating or anything, but is there something in my guild bag?
Did we, let's see, did I miss a gift here? Did you see one that I missed here?
Yes.
Amethyst.
Amethyst. Yeah, you do get a random amethyst in your bag, Themis.
Themis also had a message attached with that gift.
Which
Ooh.
was, let's see here. Sorry, I
pull
missed
it
that in our
out
chat.
While I'm just watching these baddies approach, I'll say, I beg your pardon. Good health to you. I know who this is from.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, so Themis has an emerald and an amethyst,
Mm-hmm.
and then Arena has the obsidian, and then we've got the ruby with Paya.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I've got it noted. All right.
Okay. I will. I'll tell Dante. Ooh. I actually think the Arbiter would like to hold as well because the enemies are closing. So they should close a little more before she wanders too far away. So yeah, she's gonna hold.
Okay. Arbor is holding. Kara, it's your turn.
So, to kind of clarify how the
Mhm.
weakening is going, do I feel like if I continue to weaken it, it'll trigger something like. Okay.
It could. Yeah.
So, she's going to, instead of weakening it this turn, she's going to try and do her Necro Lightning.
Awesome.
Oh,
And-
what?
Ooh.
Okay, where do you want to start that at?
So, I'll start it with, I don't know how to like make them. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. Okay, so I'll start on this top one above me,
Okay, awesome.
hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
30.
Okay, a 30 is going 32. No, we're not affirmated anymore. So a 30 is going to hit though.
Okay, so I just hit damage.
And then you can go ahead and continue that on. 19 damage to this one.
And
What does this
then-
look like?
So as she's been like, she like refocuses, takes her hands away from the phylactery, probably like heavy breathing a little bit, and just like looks up, and her eyes like kind of go dark as she reaches her hand out, and this like ball of black lightning is thrust into the chest of this revenant.
Very
And then
nice.
as soon as like it's like a very like quick succession, as soon as she like sends this like ball of lightning out towards this one, she whips around and shoots another one at the one in the top right near her.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll against that one. 24 is gonna hit.
Okay.
So and you can go good and nice 21 damage there. And then yeah, you're in reach of this one as well.
Okay. And then after that, she whips around again and says, "Please duck," and shoots one right over the Arbiter's head towards that one with the group.
Just so you know, in the future, I kneel to no one.
26 is gonna hit.
Okay.
Okay.
For 26.
And that one just gets enveloped in this black lightning and just turns
Ooh.
to a pile of ash.
And then as it dies, she'll use her reaction to send. Is Irina the worst looking of them health wise? To transfer its essence into Irina.
Okay,
Nice.
Irina, you heal for 30 hit points.
Wow.
And you're still in range of this one, and then this one, and then this one if you would like.
Okay, so I'll shoot
Do
the next
it.
one. Okay, getting worse.
And
23.
that one is going to hit right on the money.
Okay.
Okay,
24.
24 damage to that one. Okay, got this one here.
Okay.
That hits.
26. Okay.
23 damage to that one. This one turns to like the cloak just zaps and that black lightning turns to ash. And you've got one left.
Okay. 27.
27's going to hit that one.
Amazing.
Wow.
It's nice.
Most powerful I've ever felt. 24 damage.
Glorious.
So this lightning just zips around this whole room here. These undead seem to like decay and like wither a little bit when this lightning hits them. They all look very angry at Kara once that happened.
I'm going to use my last action to do my shield.
Nice. Good way to finish it off. What does your
Yeah.
shield look like when you put it up?
When she puts it up, it's just like it's like transparent, but it looks like there's lightning like crackling across it as like this little like bubble around her
Awesome.
shoots up.
Very
That's
good.
cool.
Okay, Pi, you're up. Would you like to use your hero points and unparalyze? Or
I would love to do that. Thank you, chat.
okay, you heroic recovery. Your frightened condition and your paralyzed ends, though you are still grabbed by this thing.
Okay. Did that take all my actions?
Took none of them. All your hero points, no actions.
Then I want to use my first action and have Throat Ripper come attack this fella. So, question, when I give Throat Ripper an action, does he just get a one action attack?
It's 2.
A 2? Oh, so he should have been able to attack twice last time.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Then I'm going to try out this Impaling Barb because it's a 2 action attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that up.
Oh, it makes a Barb Strike. And
Yep, he'll make a
strikes
normal barb strike.
it. Okay. $33.
Okay, 33 is going to hit.
Actually, the target with this barb snaps barb free and moves away from the target. That deals an additional.
Okay, so it does 38 damage, and then is he striding away from it to do the extra?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a lot of damage, geez. So 38 and 16. And where do you want to stride him to?
Oh. How far can I stride him?
Up to his speed, so 6 squares.
Let's do this. Let's get some opportunity attacks going. So right there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
That's
so he
cool.
stabs through this thing and then just goes kind of gliding back, rips the barb out on his way away, and it looks like it hurt.
Okay. Is this thing still alive?
It is.
Ooh. I'm gonna cast a flaming sphere on top of it.
Okay, so it's going to make a reflex save.
Yes, +2, so it needs to do 31.
Dang.
I am affirmated, so this will be +2 for me.
Are you kidding?
Always
Unless-
flaming sphere every time.
Every time I've used flaming sphere.
Unless Syndicate would like to re-roll it.
I'm getting low. If you want me to, I will, but I feel like maybe
No,
it's not the right time.
it'll still be there. I can use it next turn. It
Cool.
stays up.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, so you've got a sling sphere on this one square here, and that's Pia's turn, yeah?
That is Paya's turn.
Okay, it is time for the baddies. So this one still has a hand on you here. You're trying to flaming sphere it. Your barb guy attacked him. He's still got a grip on your neck. Make me 3 fortitude saves.
Can I use a hero point to halt attack?
Absolutely.
Okay.
How many would you like to halt? It's got 3 of them going.
I had the nat 20, cannot succeed for a couple of them.
Oh,
Oh man,
2 nat
Oh,
do the
20s.
middle one. Holy mother!
That's
So I guess you only need 1. 1 hero point. So yeah, how do you do this? It's like it's choking him, and if you want, if you use your hero point, I'll even have it let him go.
Yeah, she'll use is it 1 or 2?
1 hero point.
Okay, yeah. So she'll spend a hero point, as like you just kind of see like the fingers being like forced off of his neck with this like black energy and like bending it sort of unnatural angles.
Yeah, it kind of cracks the fingers back and it lets go of you. Okay. So Paya, you're no longer grabbed. Okay. This one is sick of Kara's crap. So here it comes. It's gonna fly over here. Throat Ripper can op attack it.
And he will. Oh.
Okay, it's gonna hit. 30 damage. Man,
Holy
Throat Ripper,
cow!
Throat Ripper gets it done.
Throat Ripper is not happy.
He gets a lot done.
I'll spend a hero point
To up it.
on for Throat Ripper. Yeah.
Okay, so you increase that damage by 15 more.
Wow.
That's so amazing.
What does your smoke do for Kara here, Toby?
Oh, it just gives her concealment.
Okay.
It's just like normal fog.
Okay, so this one strides over here. I'm going to roll a flat check for the smoke. So you see this figure flying towards you through this smoke, Kara. It's going to try to hit you. The flat check works. So here's the attack. This is versus your armor class.
Yep.
It's going to be a 32 versus your armor class.
Yeah, that hits.
Um,
Well, does the shield do damage or
Hmm.
against attacks?
So it'll be against the damage.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not getting a hero point if she has a shield around her.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait,
this'll-
these things grab though, right?
They do.
I will hero point.
Okay.
Go look out in that fog.
Okay.
And I'll send another wasp out. That's not great.
Okay, so it's going to be a 30 versus your armor class. Does that still get
30
you?
is my armor class.
Okay. So meets it, beats
Yeah.
it. So this damage will be reduced by 10.
Okay.
So 6 damage is what you'll take.
Okay.
And then it's going to use its last action to grab you. So it gets you around the neck. This clawed
Okay.
hand comes around and gets you.
It's got me.
This one right here is going to come behind you here. So your AC is now lowered by 2 because you're flanked.
Okay.
Here's the flat check. Flat check works. So this is against your AC minus 2. So 24
Okay, that misses.
misses you. Okay, it's going to try one more time.
Oh, so I thought you had her protected.
Misses.
Don't worry, I've got it under control.
Would you like to op attack that one, Dennis?
Of course I would.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Okay.
No, I have advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Thank goodness for that blessing.
Why?
Again, that's the same. That's twice.
A nat 1 and a 21 is going to miss, but at least you don't fall prone because that would have been rough. Okay, so this one comes flying by you. This one's also going to attack Kara.
Okay.
That one will hit you.
Yep.
Ugh.
So this one is going to be 15 damage. So your shield only works against the one attack. So you
Okay.
kind of block it and it shatters through that barrier and gets you. So 15 more damage here. And then this one's got you grabbed. So 2 of them have their hands around your neck.
So party.
And then this one here is tied up with Otis's thing. So your thing's going to fight it, Otis, unless you want it to move.
No, I want it to continue killing this thing.
Okay. It gets a nat 20.
Does it get a draw from the crit deck?
It does get a draw from the crit deck.
This wraith is the best.
Okay. This is a heart pierce, so it's going to save or die. So we're going to roll a fortitude save for this one first off. And that's going to fail. So your wraith just like puts its hand right to this thing's chest and it rips out like this black looking ash heart and just squeezes, it crumbles to dust. And this one dies.
How many actions does my wraith get with this blessing?
It takes all of them. So it's got 2 actions left.
Oh,
Go over and protect Kara.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to double move up to here to help Kara. Okay.
awesome.
Baddies are done. Arena, you're up.
No, it's my turn because I held.
Oh, right. Okay, Themis.
All
You're
right.
up.
I would like to roll something other than a 1 or a 2. That's
Good
going to be
luck.
my next move.
I think that's a good one.
Thank you. I really hope. Okay, so I'm going to attack this one here by Dante. Actually, no, I'll let Dante handle that one. Okay. So I will attack this one here by her face, the one that's got her throat.
Okay. Yeah, this one and this one have her throat currently.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go. 35 is going to crit. That's a 37 even because you guys are affirmated again.
Sweet. Then I'll just take that
Don't forget to roll advantage.
to make it higher than a crit.
Well,
Might,
just
might be nat 20.
maybe a nat 20, and then
Oh,
you get
okay.
a crit.
Additional effects.
That's fair. Ooh.
It's
Oh,
real
Even
close.
better.
Okay.
Okay, so the damage.
Arena, you get an amethyst out of your gold bag, your guild bag.
Ooh.
You don't have a gold bag.
No,
Not that I know of.
exactly that you know of.
Okay, so it's since it's a crit, it's frightened.
Okay.
Oh, and then I have to roll twice, right? Yeah, that's how that works.
For the damage,
Yes.
you can just roll. So if you click on your token, and then if you click on the strikes and you see your weapon there should be a critical button for it.
Oh, I see. There it is.
34. Any hero points?
I also need to roll my axiom dice because it's not a part of that.
Oh yeah, go for it. And those double on a crit.
Nice. Oh, so it actually, the axiom says that on a crit, I just average my dice. Do you know anything about that?
Interesting. I
Weird.
don't.
Yeah, I don't-
We can.
I
Let's see
mean,
here.
I don't know if.
I haven't seen Axiom in play yet. Axiomatic, correct?
Yes.
You critically see an attack roll with this weapon against a chaotic creature. Instead of rolling, count each weapon damage dice as average rounded up. Okay. So wait a minute. So what's your damage dice?
D8.
Okay. So that means that your damage is, so that 34, that's so confusing that puts that up to a 5, which goes up to a 10. So it's going to be 7 more damage. So it's 41 damage.
Okay. Cool. All right. So 41 damage, and then I'll get those 2d6 rolling.
Oh man, I wish I had a hero point right now.
Right.
47.
47.
Themis has got a couple. Just saying.
Yeah. It's probably. I'll just go ahead and spend one on myself.
You're just going to go ahead and spend one on yourself.
Yeah.
Well, then how do you do it?
This is the one that's holding her.
Uh-huh.
I'll just look at Otis as I just swing, and I'll just smash its head down into its rib cage, and I'll just say, "I told you, I've had it under control." And then I'll spin around, and I'm going to strike at the other one that's got her by the throat. And this one is only -2 because of my blessing. So I'm just going to roll the same attack bonus twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so 37.
Gonna crit.
Excellent.
Oh,
So
yes.
I will roll the critical damage.
And that is going to go up by, because we have to do weird math, 37 is what that is.
Okay, awesome. Let me roll the 2 dice. Dun, 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 dun. 9 more damage.
How do you do this one?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, I'm just going. So I'll swing my. I'll backswing it around, and I'll punch the book through its midsection so it falls into two pieces on the ground, and then I'll kick its leg bits away, and I'll tell Dante, "Go get it." And then for my last attack, -5, I'll swing it up at this Yahoo up here.
Okay. Oh my God, Themis, you're on fire. Okay.
So good.
Literally.
Hellfire.
Hellfire. Well, hello to you too. No, good hell to you too. Okay, awesome.
This is a fort or die. This is a skull crush. We got both in a row here. So hold
Sweet.
up. It's gonna make a save or die. Well, it doesn't die, but it's triple damage.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
so I'll just do the critical. Which can you?
So
Take-
roll a critical and then roll a normal. That's the easiest way to do triple damage.
Yeah, I
We'll
just
add 'em together.
you'll have to look at eyeball the dice to do the quick math.
Yeah, you have to have the fanciest weapon ever, Themis. So that one goes up to a 40, and that one goes up to a 22. So 62 damage plus.
Plus 3d6,
Yeah.
8 more.
Hey, how do you do this one?
Yeah.
Wow. So I'll have the book wrap around its neck, and I'll pull it in and crush its head under my foot.
Nice. Yeah. So Kara, you were grabbed, and you were, being choked out, and then you see a flurry of this book flying everywhere, just crushing these undead. They drop you, and the only one
Very
left
nice.
is. Oh no, I guess there's one more left down here.
I'm trying to remember, since the Arbiter held their turn, if I have a reaction
You
left
do.
this round.
You
Okay.
do.
Can I use one of my reactions on one of them to heal myself?
You
back
sure
up?
can.
Okay.
Yep. So you pull the essence out of one of them, and you just feel those wounds, those kind of puncture wounds and crushing wounds in your neck patch up.
Yeah, that energy just goes like directly into the wounds and does like a weird healy thing.
Nice.
Nice trick. Sorry about that. I figured I should wait till they were a little closer.
Thank you for your help.
Anytime.
And you
Very
were
good.
worried we wouldn't save any for you.
I was
we've
worried there for
got-
a minute.
We've got one left on Pi here. We're at the top of the round because of the way you guys held your turns. Let's take a quick break. We're going to take 15, and then we will be back to continue this encounter. So thank you very much, chat. We'll see you in a few. Welcome back, everybody. We are back from break. If you guys missed us before the break, we have the Contract Consortium, Syndicate of Rites, and our guest Shelby, aka Kara, right now. They are working on destroying Roan's Phylactery, which is currently protected by a magical field. Kara is working on a ritual to slowly weaken it, while they are fending off waves of undead that are protecting it. So we are still in the middle of this encounter. Themis just absolutely shattered 3 undead with her book in like one fell swoop.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at right now. So we are still in initiative. Hero point recap. Kara's got 4. Otis has 2. Arena has 1. Arbiter has 1. Paya has 1. And I've got 4 villain points. So it's time to start being mean.
Wonderful.
And yeah, that's where we're at, guys. So in initiative, Arena, you are up. You've got one undead left right here currently in front of Paya.
Did it let Paya go, or is it still gripping Paya? Well, either way.
This one let go of Paya.
Okay.
Kara bent its fingers back.
Step up there and let's.
Kara the finger bender.
I mean, like, how cool would that be if she was like a bloodbender?
I would like to
Right.
natural 20 my hit.
Will you guys stop
Yes!
it? Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Creature, so
We
you can
just
choose
like
to
to
do
show Kara how it's done when you travel with the evil guilds.
you can choose to do normal
Did you
damage,
see
and
my
if you do,
lightning?
it's stunned 3.
Oh, yes. I did. That's why, you should come with us.
Oh,
This-
I see.
You know what? Yes. It's stun 3.
Yep. So you try to do 16 damage or 8 damage and stunned 3.
Let's do 8 damage, add 2 to that, so it's actually 10 damage.
Okay.
Amazing.
And then I'd like to strike it again.
Okay. So it is stun 3. You just like completely debilitate where you stab. And how about like you just tell me how you do it now instead?
Okay, so she steps forward. She kind of swings her sword, and rams it up into its bony rib cage, and then turns the sword on its flat broadside and just pulls it out, so it pulls the rib cage out separate from
Oh yeah.
this thing, and she just
Beautiful.
kind of tosses it to the side.
Wonderful. That thing crumbles to dust. And so there are no enemies currently left. Kara, you do know that now that you've started the ritual, you do have a limited time before this phylactery is just going to blink away anyways. So you can take some time to rest, but you know it shouldn't be long.
Yeah.
So we can go round table initiative if you guys want. If you guys want some RP or if you want to try something else, you guys can do that.
If you need
Mechanically
to
wise, what I'm saying, don't do a 10-minute rest.
Yeah. If you need to reposition yourselves, I assume another wave will be coming as I continue the ritual.
I suggest you
Irina,
hurry up.
Irina will go
As soon as you're ready.
here. She's gonna look at Kara. This is making it weaker. What is this doing?
Yes, I will weaken it further. Once the protective barrier is down, we'll all need to attack it at once to do the maximum damage. If we do not do enough damage to destroy it, it will simply blink away and transport somewhere else.
And it is effective by positive energy most of all.
You know, yeah, it is.
Yes.
Interesting. Irina gives a nod to the Arbiter, impressed at the just absolute crushing that just happened. The gore was awesome.
I will let you know when it's ready to be attacked.
Could you also let me know why I have this now? I'm going to pull out the other amethyst.
Yeah, Irina will pull hers out as well.
Oh, twinsies.
Yeah,
I
so
like
Kara,
the
this was
obsidian one.
kind of an unexpected ability. You didn't know that you would be able to do this, but you now know that when this smoke goes to empower on these crystals, you can actually manipulate it. Kind of the same way you can manipulate undead.
These appear to be twins to the focuses in the statue. All I know is that I am able to use some of my abilities to redirect the power to the wielder instead of to our enemies. So they are a boon.
Ooh,
Thing.
quite.
Dear DM, I would actually like to animate one of the dead people.
Oh, okay, very nice. So let's see. We're using that. So you're gonna do it on an actual corpse, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Let me make a will save. Do you want to raise one of the wraiths, like the cloaks here, or do you want to raise a revenant?
We already have a wraith. Let's have both. Let's have a revenant as well.
Okay. Let's see. Here comes the will save. Okay, that's going to be a 28 versus your DC.
I'm gonna do a ritual, and I want an undead, damn it.
Okay, so you're going to have me re-roll it.
Yes, it beats it by 1. That's better.
That was the wrong thing, but that was a 6. 17, that's a 21.
That will fail. This will be a level. I have it heightened to 4th level, so this will be a 3rd level undead corpse.
Okay. So since you're doing this on an actual revenant, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to scale it down. So here is this.
And this thing hates you so much right now. If
Right?
what Otis knows about revenants, like, not about it. I'm about it. This revenant.
This is-
Irina wants a toy. She will get a toy.
What,
All right, Irina, tell me if you can control that.
Sure can.
Is this a theme party? What's happening here?
Irina's like finishing the spell. I thought we could have more help.
It's not a
Otis
bad
looks at
idea.
His rape.
You come over here right now.
It'll fly and just like float next to him.
Should more of them appear, I may be able to turn more to our side.
All right. Well, I'm going to need to. Just a moment. She's gonna pull out some red lipstick, and she's gonna mark a big red X on that one's face, and the other one's face, so that this is just so that I, in the fury and the heat of battle, should I spin and see one of these hideous creatures looking at me, I know that not to attack this one.
That's perfectly sound.
Friendly.
Understandable.
So then,
This tube is ruined. I'll just give it to Irina. You have a tube of the Arbiter's lipstick.
She'll just.
with some undead flecks. Very nice. Shall I begin the ritual again?
Ready when you
Presume.
are.
Yes.
All right.
Is my fog gone?
Yes, yes, it is. Okay, so this is the notable thing. So Toby, yours is from a blessing. So yours takes its own turn on the enemy's initiative. Irina, yours is a minion. So it's like, it
I have
will
to give
take
it
one
action.
action. You can give it action.
Yeah.
And you can see its abilities there. Okay. Could you guys imagine if Duro was here? Oh my God.
We would still be fighting the first round of people.
There you go. Okay.
We would.
Okay. Ready when you guys are.
That
So-
was hotter than the fire that Pius spits. Thick burn.
I've been in battle. I would say my strength is worth more.
Okay. So Kara, are you beginning the ritual again? And is this where everybody wants to be situated at?
Yes. We've got. Yes, Kara's surrounded about as good. Paya, do you want to get on the other side with. Oh no. What is your Nemes's name?
My devil?
No. Arbiter.
Oh,
Dante.
Arbiter. Dante.
Dante.
Paya, will you get near Dante so we have protection on all fronts from Kara?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay. So Kara begin. I guess you guys also have an option. Do you guys want to change initiative anywhere? You guys can sort your own initiative if you want.
So,
I feel
Ours is good in the middle.
Actually, if Otis goes before everyone,
Oh,
then
I
his
ruined
device
it.
of stratagem can buff everyone for the round.
Then let's
Yeah.
do that. We'll put Otis at the top of the round. And then Arbiter, do you want to go?
It depends on where they show up. So yeah, you can put Arbiter after, but she may decide to hold if the positioning is not advantageous. Bring them to me.
Okay, so we've got
me,
Otis,
Peter
Arbiter,
Pan.
Irina, Kara, Paya. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So Kara, you start that ritual again, and as soon as you do, smoke starts launching off of it. This time, along with the smoke, there is this burst of energy that comes off of the phylactery that goes from green and immediately turns purple. Irina, this is going to heal you for
Amazing.
80 health.
Oh,
And I need everybody else to make me a fortitude save.
Just gonna be topped off here.
80 hit points. $29 for Otis.
Okay. Themis with the nat 20 again.
Dang. Kara got a 32.
Do you need my Wraith to roll one too?
No, your Wraith actually would heal if it was hurt.
Oh, what?
Okay. Everybody fails.
Cool.
Paya, you
I beg
critically
your pardon.
fail. Except for Themis. Themis, you're good. You take no damage from this. Okay. So everybody takes 80 damage except for Themis. And Paya, you are going to be
His what?
slowed 2 on your next turn.
For the record, Otis is unconscious
Oh.
and dying.
Okay.
So that burst of energy comes out. Otis collapses. Paya's not looking so good. And these
Are we in initiative right now?
we
still?
are in initiative right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ghosts coming up
Yikes.
right above the statues.
okay.
Oh, what?
Okay, so Otis, you're going to be bumped down initiative right down here, unless you would like to heroic recovery right now.
That brings me to 1 hit point.
It brings you 1 hit point. You'll stand up. You'll take your turn right now.
No, thank you.
Okay, so Otis gets bumped down above the enemies. Arbiter, you're up.
Paya, how are you looking?
I'm not looking good. I have 16 health.
Okay. I am going to I'll look at Paya. And I'll say, you don't get to leave until your part is fulfilled. And then I'll extend my hand out, and blood like seeps out of my palm, and just trickles and flows through the air, and starts swirling around Paya's head and just going in and filling in his wounds.
Nice.
I am going to give you 40 HP.
This is your ritual of bloodletting or vitality, right?
Edict of Shared Vitality.
Edict of Shared Vitality. So you take 40 and Paya heals for 40.
Mm-hmm. And then, ow. So for the rest of my turn, I will step over here to Otis and kneel and feed him a potion from my bag.
Okay.
It's just one of those minor ones.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that healing, and then Otis, you'll take that healing, and then you're going to go to Wounded One.
Awesome.
It's 1d8 plus 2, yeah? Or
No,
no,
it's
plus
just
1.
1d8.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, Arena, you're up. Nice refreshing blast of energy. What you doing?
Yeah, 2 health.
Irina whips
You're up.
around.
Sorry, this potion's a bit old.
That is no matter. She'll thrust her arm out to Otis and grip his shoulder tight, and she's going to cast a 2-action heal on him. So this will be bright blue energy will just flow into her. He'll heal for 49.
That's like almost all my hit points.
Nice.
She glares down at him. You do not get to leave this way.
I wasn't planning, but Carl messed something up.
She ignores that, and then this is the thing that is now threatening. There are 3 things.
Yeah, there are 3 of them. Also, that was 2 villain points for that blast of energy. I forgot to mention that, but that was a villain point move.
Amazing.
She's going to raise her shield as her final action, actually.
Okay. So Irina heals Otis up, raises her shield. Kara, it's your go.
Okay. So so my puppet aura, does that only last for 1 turn, or?
Yes.
Okay. So then she's going to, are any of them in range for her ranged attacks? The necrotic bolts?
So yeah, for the single one, they're not close enough to bounce to right now, but they're
Yeah.
in range for a single one.
Okay. So she will are any of them in range for untether essence?
Yeah, they absolutely are.
So I will try and do an untether essence on the bottom left one.
Bottom left one right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a save. Okay. So that's
Right.
going to be a success, just barely.
Nope.
Otis and Arena, I don't know if you guys
Yep.
want to do one.
Otis is still prone from going to 0, and he will throw another wasp up into the air. And
Okay.
it'll fly into this ghost, and kind of like in one of those wasp catchers, it's like stuck inside the ghost, just messing him up.
Nice. Okay, so you can do an easy macro is to do /roll space. I'll let you do this one, Kara. This is going to be 20d6, and you can no longer interact with this one's essence.
Girl, you untether that essence.
Oh man!
So what does this look like? This
Woo!
absolutely, it's not dead, but it
Okay.
devastates this one.
So what are these? Can you show us the image of these things? What do they look like?
Oh yeah, so they look like ghostly figures. Let me go ahead and
So
show
cool.
that.
I mean, when you say it's not dead, what if Arbiter spent a hero point?
Well, you'd have to try it and find out.
Arbiter spends a hero point.
Okay, how do you do it now is the question.
So she turns around and just sort of like does this really dramatic like and like this like her purpley black energy like springs forward from
That's
her
hot.
chest and like just like comes up from its tail or feet or whatever, the bottom of it, and spreads through it, and it just erupts into like these ribbons of black and purple energy.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, this thing just utterly destroyed. No reactions can be used on that one.
Yeah.
And that's a 3 action, right?
Yes, and I can't use it again for 1d4 rounds.
Oh
so
yeah.
if you
Let's
wanna
go ahead
roll
and
that.
yeah, so you can use it in 1 round. So next round you can't use it. And then it's good to
Okay.
go.
Very
Okay,
nice.
Paya, you're up.
Okay, if I'm slowed 2, how many actions do I have?
1.
1 action. Okay. I'm going to move right there.
You good to go?
And I'm going to, I guess, grab Themis and cast Heal on her.
So if you step to there, that will be your 1 action.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I was getting
You
confused
can
with
range?
D&D.
1E. Oh yeah, no, you're good.
No, because that takes 2 actions
Mm,
to do a ranged heal.
that's
So
okay. I'll be
I
okay for another round.
guess I will just heal myself.
Okay. Healing yourself, Throat Ripper's gonna look to you. Want me to go get the ghosts?
Yes, please, Throat Ripper.
Okay, he's gonna go fly over here. Okay, it is the enemy's turn.
Am I before them? Did you say I moved
Yes.
before them?
Yes, thank you. I
Chase,
don't know
your
why I got
initiative
moved back.
management has just been abysmal.
Hey, it's been on point, okay?
Did you mean abyssal?
Yeah.
Why would it? It's not.
Oh, I'm done.
Bye.
I don't understand what's happening. I don't.
It was a pun.
It won't move it right, guys. Okay, hold up. It's because you guys haven't rolled yet. So let's see. So we have.
Why is he so big on my page?
Why is who so big on whose page?
The ghost is huge on my page.
The ghost is? Oh, did you
The
click close? Because I showed an image of it.
Yeah, but anyway, it's fine. Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, so moving on. It is Otis's turn.
Okay, was I also slowed, or was that because Paya critically
That's
failed?
because Paya critically failed.
Okay. Otis is gonna just lay on the ground, look over at the ghost that Throat Ripper is going towards, and devise a stratagem. So can you roll a knowledge for me, or do you want me to roll
Yep. You can roll it. It's a religion.
it? Religion? I'm on it. That's a natural 1 religion. What do I know?
Oh boy. Yeah, no, this is like a floating skeleton.
Great. So bludgeoning damage is good.
Absolutely.
We must,
We'll just say, Otis is the inspector. He has no idea what it is.
Okay. That's okay. He has 3 minor healing potions. How many? Is it an action to pull one, action to drink? They're not like packed away.
Yeah, if they're not packed away, just an action to grab and drink.
He's gonna drink the last of his 3 minor elixir of life.
Okay.
And heal for.
Just start downing potions. So you throwing them on the ground and shattering them dramatically?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And like he's got like blood from this energy was so powerful. He heals for 13 hit points. And that's it. That's all for Otis.
Okay, so now it is the baddie's turn. So I'm spending a villain point.
Question, sorry to interrupt again.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
Does my wraith go before they go or after they go?
It goes whichever you'd prefer.
I would like it to go before they go.
Okay. There is going to be the event though before it goes.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
I'm spending a villain point, and the amethyst this time activates and starts. The smoke comes out of the phylactery. It flows over to the purple. Kara, you feel like you can spend a hero point and redirect it to who has the amethyst? Is it Themis?
So, I think 2 people
and
have
Irina.
Themis and Arena. So you can feel like you can redirect it to one or the other.
Yeah. Do I remember what the amethyst does?
Supernatural abilities.
Okay, I don't really know who that would help the most.
They both have some.
Okay, she'll redirect it to. I guess she'll redirect it to Themis.
Okay, Themis, do you have a focus, or is your focus pool full?
No. Well,
It's
I mean,
not?
I have 1 of 1.
You have 1 of 1. Okay, so you're topped out there. You have a firebolt focus spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she redirects the smoke. It swirls around. It turns purple. It starts flying up towards this ghost, but you redirect it to Themis. Your amethyst glows. Your focus spells your next focus spell will deal 50% more damage.
Neat. Okay.
Okay, so your wraith is gonna go, Toby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Go join Throat Ripper and finish that ghost.
Okay, it's gonna do a deep echoing sigh.
Absolutely not.
No talk back, Wraith.
Okay, it's gonna go over here and it's gonna flank or get in a position to flank.
Oh,
and it
he's
is
learning.
Okay, these 2 are going to go. What's the area of this? Oh my goodness, that is much larger than I thought it was. Oh my goodness, that's just.
And the game runner says, "Oh my goodness, it's probably my thoughts. We should quit."
Okay, this ghost is gonna fly around Throat Ripper over to here. This one is gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Guessing my wraith doesn't have an op attack.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I don't think so.
Oh, it does.
It does?
It does, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna op attack it. It's not gonna hit it though.
Okay.
But it does its best. Okay. I need more cones. Oh my goodness gracious. So it's gonna go with its last one right up to here. Okay. So I need everybody to make me 2 reflex saves.
Dang. Is Otis getting hit by 2? It looks like he might only be getting hit by 1.
Let's see. Yeah, I need to move this one here, but I think so.
Oh, okay.
If I put it right here. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Themis's favorite save.
You said what save? Reflex?
Reflex, yep.
That's a natural 1.
Yeah, I got a nat 1 on and 1 as well.
Oh no.
Can I use... Oh, this is the same day. I cannot. I've already used Cat's Luck.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
I haven't rolled mine just yet, so give me a hot second. Oh no. I just have to check one thing real quick here. because
Go for it.
This is her worst save, so I just need to make sure that I have this.
I think I probably failed twice.
The DC, so you guys can start calculating, is 29.
I failed twice. One was
I
a
failed
critical
twice.
failure.
Failed
Karn
once.
Otis are-
Same. We're fucked.
Okay. What does so
Wait.
whatever this looks like? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, can I halt one of the actions?
You sure can.
I'm gonna do that. With a
Okay.
hero point.
Okay.
Wait. Can I spend 2 hero points to halt them both?
You sure can.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
God bless.
What?
I'm very low on hero points.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, chat.
Chat has given you so many. Okay.
Chat's
so
been
these
killing
things,
it.
these things come up and they just come gliding up silently, and then this swirl of frost starts forming in their hands, like it's just going to be this explosive blizzard from both sides.
Oh,
And Kara, I mean, what does it look like when you halt these things?
So if they're like casting it from like their hands or whatever, she sends like these 2 tendrils of energy that just like binds them together so that they can't cast any spells.
Okay. Yeah, that happens, and their spells get interrupted, halted, and that's their turn.
Otis looks up at you, Kara.
I owe you a favor, Kara. You name it and it will be done.
Don't mention it.
Okay, Themis, it's back to you.
Okay. I'm going to shoot my flaming fire ray at this gent right here.
Okay.
All right, let's roll it. Fingers crossed.
You are affirmated, and people are giving Kara more hero points.
So 29.
29's gonna hit.
Sweet.
That was a huge roll. Okay.
Oh, and I need to roll 5 more.
It's 50% more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can just increase that by 50%. So that's gonna be 61.
61.
And then I mean that can be hero pointed as well, if that's a thing you guys are into.
Yeah, I'm into it. If I have one, I don't. Where?
Themis has 2, Paya has 3. The chat is giving you guys so much love.
Oh wow! When did I? Oh, thank you. I
Yeah.
didn't even
Yeah, the
know.
chat loves us, Paya.
Oh, thank you, chat.
Okay, I'll spend one of my own.
I can give you one. I have 3.
Oh, thank you, Paya.
I was just waiting. I was waiting until you rolled your damage.
Okay, so that's gonna be 91 damage. No, 93 damage. Okay, and you hit this one right here, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that fire just ignites this thing. Its ghostly form kind of goes up in flame and then simmers down. It is still there, existing.
Okay. I'll just say to it, "You can't freeze over hell," and then I throw my spell at it.
Okay, nice. Anything else for you?
Yes. I will step in front of my dear.
Okay. And Arena, it's your turn.
Okay. Sits back, pulls up a chair, and watches.
Hey, Chad, if you give me one more villain point, I can do something nasty. Just saying.
No, Chad.
Probably
no.
to Arena to do it.
Oh, chat, come now. We don't want that.
She's going to far away. You know, sure, why not?
That immediately started a tug of war, and I'm amused.
Did it? Good. Bring it on. She's going to she'll get dark blue energy swirling around her, and she'll grip her fist. She's like just really pissed that this almost happened, and oh, this was almost gone again. She's going to glare at this one over here, and he needs to make a will save.
Okay, will save incoming. I'm not affirmated yet. Here we go. Oof, That's a 25.
That is a failure.
Excellent.
So it's going to take 8d6 of mental damage and is frightened 2. This is Phantasmal Killer.
And ghosts can take mental damage. Imagine that.
These are skeletons.
Yeah, sorry, skeletons.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's 35 mental damage.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Yeah.
She's just it's just maybe energy just swirling around her, and she's just so pissed, and everyone can feel it in the area as she imagines bringing forth this ghost's death to reimagine it, and so it kills it again.
Wonderful. Okay.
I will transfer its essence to Paya.
Transfer its essence to Paya. That's a huge essence transfer. Paya, you heal for 50.
Oh, wow.
Third action. She's going to give to the minion here, and the minion's gonna. I'm assuming it's 30-foot speed.
It is something. Its speed is 30. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to direct it to start moving toward this thing. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Be right there.
Okay. Starts gliding towards the other ghost. Okay. It's Kara's turn, but before that happens, chat, hit me up with that extra villain point. So I'm spending 5 villain points.
Oh, 5.
And you guys hear this thud and this crunch as this mound of dirt starts rising up right here. And you guys notably see the field on the phylactery get a little bit smaller.
Good.
Oh, it's reducing itself.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Hey, you know, rumbling and crunching feels like it's something physical, and I'll take that over ghosty no
Agreed.
catchy.
There's the mound of dirt. You guys can see that. Yeah, 10-foot dealio right there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be eating my words soon. We'll see.
Okay. Very good. Kara, it's your turn.
That's
All
it.
right.
That's it so far.
So, okay. I would like to create a wall of necrofire.
I love necrofire.
I want to get the ghost and then kind of put it towards the mound.
Okay, so go from like the
That's
mound to
cool.
the ghost.
Yeah.
So I'll make a reflex save for the ghost. What does this look like?
So, you know how like hot fire would be like very blue? Like the necrofire has like a purple tint to it, and then like red on top as it like just like erupts from the ground straight up as it tries to engulf this specter.
Wonderful. Okay. So that wall of fire comes up. It's on top of the mound, but the ghost, because of my chat affirmation, that's a 30, that's a 41.
Yeah,
Success.
no. Irina is going to take her spider and just run it across her hand. She's so angry. She's going
Okay,
to
it's
throw
gonna
the blood
reroll
onto
its
the
save.
ground.
Here we go. That's much worse. Okay. Yeah, that's going to fail. So if you want to roll it, it's going to be 6d6 of fire damage there.
Yes.
Okay. 18.
18 fire damage. Okay, yeah, you scorch that ghost a little bit.
Yep.
There's that
and
wall
then,
for you.
Yeah, it says they will take persistent damage every turn until the fire goes out.
Ah, right, persistent. So it is also on fire with that kind of colored fire that you just described.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she will. Can I launch a necro bolt at it? I have one more action.
Sure can.
Is it? Do I use plus 19 or plus 14?
Plus 19, because that wasn't technically attack. You just cast a spell.
Okay.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's you guys are not affirmated, so that's a 38, which is a crit. So
Oh,
roll
yes.
critical damage.
Right.
Okay, critical.
58 damage.
58.
Yeah, that bolt
Wow.
of energy just hurts this thing. You see it almost gets like slightly more transparent.
Perfect. That's her turn.
Did you guys know that you can roll below 15 on the dice?
Nope.
That's a thing. That's an
No.
option you guys have.
We don't know about
Themis
this.
actually knows all about that every time she op attacks.
That's fair. Okay, Paya, you're up.
It's all our saves.
Okay, am I slowed 1 now?
Nope, you're done.
Oh, okay. So I have all my actions.
Mhm.
Thanks. Well, in that case, we just have this one nasty over here.
And a big old mound.
But
From
I
the
don't,
nasty
but I don't
to
see
the
anything
mound.
but a mound.
That's true. It's just crunching up. Something's clearly moving. Like it's
Under the mound?
Under the mound.
Oh, I don't like that. But I can't really do anything about it.
Yet. You could
Yeah.
move your flaming sphere on top of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mix it in.
that's a great idea.
I'm gonna command Throat Ripper to attack this remaining ghost.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15.
So he's gonna double move up to it. You can spend a second action if you want to give him a third.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay.
So he's just gonna attack twice.
I think you can only do once, right? Because he had to
Once.
double move.
Well, he got a nat
That's all he
20,
needs.
so it's
That's all
fine.
he needs.
All he needs.
Yes.
Way to go, Throat Rumor.
Okay.
Bring it home.
Dang.
So, he's
So-
not ghost touchy. That's okay. Any hero points?
And it is considered magical, the attack.
Oh, it is magical. Well, then how do you do it?
Well, so does he just have another barb? Like, I know he'd ripped one off already, but does he just have lots of barbs?
This guy is like straight Barbs. That's all he is.
Yeah.
His nickname is Barbs. Like,
He'll just impel it from the bottom up, like waist up, and then like kind of throw it over its head and have the momentum toss it way far behind him, so he just lands dead on the mound.
okay. Yeah.
Deader.
That's so cool.
Dissipates into nothing except for that burning necrofire. All right.
What's funny too is I just went, so I have another reaction. So I'm gonna transfer the essence to myself this time.
Okay. So you
Cool.
heal for 50 hit points.
Very nice.
Okay. Also, Kara, your untether essence is reformed or is off cooldown.
Nice.
Okay, Pi, you got one action left.
I do. So for that last action, I'm just going to spend a focus point and use Embrace the Pit on myself and go ahead and grow some devil wings and gain some fire resistance.
Awesome.
Wait, it's fire, poison, and evil resistance. 5. So
That's all pretty good stuff. Okay. So you get these big old wings, you're resistant. Otis, there's a mound moving and churning.
Yeah. Otis will look at Kara again.
Do you know how much longer you need?
It looks like not much. Like it's looking pretty weak.
It's almost ready.
Okay. Otis is still technically prone. He's gonna hold his turn till after to see what the mound does. So he's gonna wait till after the.
Okay, so he's holding.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is the enemy's turn, and on that turn, you guys hear just this loud roar from the ground as this very large skeletal dragon comes clawing itself out of the
Oh
ground.
yes.
Let's go ahead and show this one for the chat.
Buddy.
Do-do-do-do. Pictures. There you go. So it's glowing with this kind of green necrotic energy. It looks very similar to the Phylactery. As soon as it comes crawling out, it gets ignited by the fire. So it starts lighting on fire from the necro fire. It's just going to take that damage. So roll me 66, Kara, for the wall. And it'll start taking that persistent damage right away.
That's such a cool image.
18.
Right. Just comes crawling out in this fire. 18 again, consistent. Okay. So he takes 18 damage. He spends one action crawling out, and the second one He's immediately going to arch his head back, and just this huge gout of this negative energy is going to come flying out of its mouth. Irina, you're immune to this. Congratulations. Okay, so that's going to get everybody. This won't heal you, Irina, but it won't hurt you either. So reflex saves for everybody but Irina.
Here we go.
Dante as well, please.
Can I assist Otis?
29.
Is this undead?
This is undead.
I will halt its action.
Okay. Oh my goodness. She has more hero points.
I don't know how many I have, but I have at least one written down, so.
Yeah, no, you have 5 again. People are just loading you up with hero points.
She's got that utility.
Okay. And then, so this thing crawls out. It goes to arch up. You see this energy forming in its mouth. How do you shut that down?
So in the same way that like the tendril bound the hands of the ghost, this tendril like sort of like a rope like springs out and just like whips around its maw and snaps it shut.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, it clamps shut. And then I am going to spend 2 villain points at the end of this turn. And the remaining energy of the phylactery is going to burst out with that same sort of energy that it did before. Fair. So everybody but Irina needs to make me fortitude saves.
Oh no,
Fair.
I'm going to die again.
Oh.
What is with the 9?
Yes.
What is 3
Wait,
19s?
Otis, you're rolling with the
I
wraith.
rolled as the wraith. I'm keeping that 19.
You can keep the 19. Just add your own bonus to it.
Oh.
That is, what was it? Fortitude?
Yeah, fortitude save.
That's a 35 for Otis.
Did like everybody roll a 19?
It seems to be that way.
I mean,
as a
Throat Ripper got a
reaction.
19 as well.
Oh my
What is
What just
happening?
happened?
Okay, hold on a minute.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
mad about it.
I'm gonna use Divine Grace. Themis is gonna say his word is law, and get a +2 on her fortitude save. So where the heck? All right, fortitude. Okay, I broke the cycle. So that's 34, 36 if I'm affirmed.
You're not affirmed. So okay, so DC is 35. So who failed? Did anybody critically fail? Is Themis the one who failed?
By 1.
Okay, Themis, you take 80 negative damage.
No.
Everybody else, did anybody critically succeed? I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay, everybody else takes 40 damage.
What?
Man.
And Irina, you heal for 80 if you even hurt.
Can I just have temporary hit points at this point?
This is like a day at the spa for Irina, I guess.
80.
Otis is getting messed up.
Oh,
Okay.
Irina's not happy.
Are you wanting your wraith to pursue this, Otis?
You know it. Can he move right here?
Yep. Okay, it's gonna go forward. It's gonna reach out with its ghostly hand, and that is a 31, which is gonna miss.
31 misses.
Yeah, it kind of plunges its hand in there, and this thing's essence seems just too strong for the wraith. Okay,
All right.
Themis, you're up.
Wait, can I go? I held.
Oh yes, you sure can.
All right. Otis is going to slowly, get to his feet as an action. He's going to devise a stratagem on this dragon. So you roll, or do you want me to roll?
Yeah, go and roll me a religion.
Religion. Only 24.
Yeah, you're not sure what this is.
Okay.
It looks draconic and undead in nature, though.
He kind of stumbles forward a little bit and looks at everyone.
Hurry up and finish this. I'll hold him off.
And he's going to run up to here and flurry of blows with his last action.
Okay.
So I rolled a 10 on my devise a stratagem. So that is probably going to miss, but maybe not with flank.
You're not affirmated, so you're at a 0.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's going to be a 30.
30's gonna miss.
Even with him flat-footed.
Yep.
Okay. And then he'll roll his next attack.
This thing is so large. Like when you go running up, you realize the sheer size of this thing as it kind of rises up. Like you're hitting its foot, and it's just
cool.
so big.
Okay, and then next attack. Lower. So Otis is up there fighting, but he looks weak. He's like stumbling a little bit.
Okay. Themis, you're up.
Okay. That hurt. So I will straighten up, spit out a little bit of blood, and she's going to say, "You abomination. I will bring you to hell with me if it's the last thing I do." And she's gonna like curl up a little bit, and then these big black feathery wings burst from her back, and then she'll flap them like twice, and then she's gonna take off into the air, still in the same spot, but I'm gonna go up. Probably, I want to go up to about head level with it. What level is that?
That'd be like 25 feet.
20.
It's big.
Well, I guess what I would.
20 feet would be
20 feet. Okay. Well, I guess what I'd like to kind of move at an angle because I want to get its attention away from Kara. So I'm gonna go up and over. So I'll be. Can I be 25 feet up and then like 15 feet over?
Yep. You
Cool.
got it. Okay. That Themis' turn?
Yes.
Okay. Irina, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna use an action to command this thing to go start helping. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
5,
Dante didn't roll his
6.
fortitude thing.
Oh yeah, do that for poor little Dante.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's okay. He's probably gonna get his ass kicked. Doo-doo-doo. Where you at? Where you at, bro? Where you at?
He did indeed. He's 80 damage and he's slowed too. So he
Okay.
just can't move at the moment.
Okay.
All right, Irina.
My action gives 2.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's gonna run up. It's going to. I can't grab. It's too little. It's gonna try to strike at it because it's all it can do.
Okay. Well, that's gonna hit.
3. Okay, sure.
So close.
9.
Okay, 9 damage. It can't grab this. It's too large, but it's, it's clawing at it. It takes out like a little chunk of bone.
Did the burst happens after this thing came up, right? The negative energy burst.
Yeah, it happened after it came up.
So, and it didn't look like it gave any cares.
No.
It's really cool. Okay, next one I'm going to... I need to do a knowledge check. I need to know if it's even weak to this. Religion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a religion.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Yeah, you have heard about these. You maybe probably even super admire these. These are a beautiful undead creature called a Ravener. Though this one appears to be frail and weakened, which is called a Ravener Husk. So it's a Ravener that's been deteriorated and not fed enough. And so it's a more weakened one. Basically, though, they are just large undead dragons. If they get hit with bludgeoning damage, they're with enough bludgeoning damage, their bones will shatter into sharp shards, kind of like shrapnel, and does quite a bit of damage. They have a very dangerous breath weapon. Other than that, they just do a lot of damage up close. Mixture of negative and physical damage.
Okay. Otis, you know what you must do. Hit it.
You got it.
And she's going to make it less likely to be hit by the breath weapon. Oh, it doesn't matter. She can stay where the hell she is. Hell, last action move. 5.
Okay. Yep, no up attack for this thing. Okay. Kara, you're up.
So does it take more fire damage? on my
It'll do
round?
that on its turn.
On its turn? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get the sense that I need to continue weakening the phylactery?
So you feel like you could probably take down the rest of this barrier in like 1 or 2 more goes.
Okay. So she's going to, while they're turning to the dragon, she's going to try and spend this turn weakening the phylactery.
Cool. Roll me a flat check, which is just going to be a normal D20 roll. And if you see on the left side bottom, there's a little quick dice roller that you can just click for a D20.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
16.
Your guys' dice are absurd.
I assume that's good.
Yeah, it's a 16 flat check. So you perform this ritual and that green barrier just shatters. And right now it's just the phylactery just suspended by these chains.
Okay. Can I just say, I'll yell out, if you hit it, make sure we all hit it at once.
Okay. So that's 3 actions. You perform the ritual. The defenses are down. And that makes it Paya's turn.
Oh dear, so should I be attacking the phylactery now?
Perhaps wait till everyone's ready.
Go up
don't-
to it and be ready.
Okay.
Perhaps the dragon will just dissipate if the phylactery is destroyed.
Well, I'm just gonna move there and get ready, and then I'm gonna, on the dragon, cast Flame Strike.
Okay.
So
What do I got to do?
31, beat a 31 reflex.
Beat a 31 reflex. I will try.
And you probably...
I am rude and I did.
Nope. Underneath this thing, Otis again pulls out another wasp, but this time jams it into its little husk jaw. So there's
Nice,
like a
yeah.
wasp hanging out.
Seems agitated. It re-rolls.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 38.
Yeah, that saves.
Okay.
Does it do anything when it saves? Creatures that are immune? I don't think so.
If it takes half damage from a basic save, if it's not,
If it's a basic save, that means if it saves, it does
Okay.
half.
unless it critically succeeded.
Which I don't think it did. So 16 damage if I'm doing math correctly. Okay.
Yes.
This is just like a gout of flame coming up from under it.
Yep.
Nice. Seems agitated. It's lit on fire with this necrotic fire. There's fire erupting from underneath of it from the mound. And anything else for you, Paya?
No, that was all of my things.
Okay, it's Big Baddie's turn.
But
my
if
wraith go
you're
first?
if you're gonna move Throat Ripper to do whatever, then
Yes, Throat Ripper will fly over this wall and get in range. And that's his turn. Okay, yeah, you want your Wraith to go first?
Yes, please.
Anything special you want it to do?
3 attacks on the dragon.
Number 1 is gonna miss. Number 2 is gonna miss. Number 3, it's doing its best. It's
Hey,
just
that's
this
okay.
essence. You see it trying to like penetrate this essence, and it's just the essence of the dragon is too strong.
That makes sense.
Okay. Dragon here is going to drool with this ectoplasmic drool down at Otis. And it's just going to attack. So here is the first one. That's going to be a 49.
No.
Unless
Mm-mm.
Kara wants to continue bending this dragon.
Finger
Yeah.
bender.
Yeah, she will. She'll see it like go down, like it's about to freaking bite Otis in half and will halt it.
Okay, let's see how many hero points we can pull this time. Here comes a claw, which is 33, Otis.
That's going to be a hit.
Okay, and here's another claw. That's 29.
The 29 is also a hit, but Otis will rip the bee out that's in it and use his last hero point, I think, to...
Okay, that puts it to it. Does a 27 miss you?
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's going to go one more claw.
Okay. And Kara will halt that one.
That's a 41.
Wait, did it attack me 4 times?
It did.
Yeah.
Irina's
Holy
gonna
crap.
use her hero point on the other one that would have hit Otis. Reroll it.
Okay, so we have one stop from Kara, and then one being re-rolled, so I'll re-roll that. Here's
She
this one.
snarls.
So that puts that one to a 31.
That definitely hits.
Okay, and then a 41. So there's 3 hitting him. So if you want, you can dump 3 hero points, Kara.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many I have.
That'll put you at 0.
0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll dump them all.
Okay, so Kara's like controlling this thing to stop the bites. Irina is willing it to stop. Otis has got wasps stabbing in it, and this thing just is like angrily stomping the rest of the way out of this mound, trying to get Otis and just can't.
Yeah.
Otis is going to use his reaction. One from the one that missed. He's going to actually grab the husk on this one's jaw and look at him like,
You will not stop what we have started here.
and then he's going to just punch it with his free
Yeah.
attack from his blessing
Nice, go for it.
and hopefully do something.
I want to use the moderate part to make his bones snap further and give him a -3 AC.
Okay,
That's a 32, and I'm flanking with the Wraith.
you're flanking, and with the armor deduction that Irina just did, that hits.
Oh, yes. Okay, it's not a lot of damage, but it's going to be 12 plus 10, so 22 damage as he just punches this thing right in the jaw.
Roll me a reflex save.
Is this from the husk breaking?
Shattering.
I
Yeah.
asked clarification of that in the chat, but I think it may have got missed. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
27.
This is bludgeoning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so 27 is going to take this much damage.
Irina steered me wrong.
30 damage.
Otis dies. He goes down.
Goes unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
He's dying again.
Okay, so you give it a solid punch to the jaw. You shatter like one of its teeth, and they just explode in this shrapnel.
Irina looks at Kara and then over at her undead minion. If I dismiss this, can you take its essence and give it to him?
Can she what now?
Can she... Irina wants to end her spell on the undead she brought back. Could Kara then transfer that one's essence into Otis? Would it work?
Pretty badass combo. I'll allow it.
She'll put her hands up. Can you save him?
Yes.
She dismisses the spell.
And
Yeah,
you see
the-
like the essence like come out of its mouth and go into Otis's, and you're revived.
Okay, that's gonna be 30 health from that one, Otis.
Does this happen before or after so am I wounded 2 now?
No, we'll let that stop the wounded.
Okay. So just wounded 1.
Yeah, that was like that was a necromancer's makeshift breath of life, is what that was.
Was that like in the
Breath of
moment
death.
as Otis is
Kiss of
dying?
death.
Irina's like quickly like, and then,
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, yeah, that's its turn. Otis, you're up.
Okay.
Inspector, we have to kill the phylactery.
Get to the phylactery.
Yeah.
Otis will devise a stratagem on the phylactery.
Okay. Ooh.
That's a 17.
Okay.
Let me make sure I want to clarify something.
Mhm.
Does one of us get to hit this, or do we all get to hit this?
If you ready
Kara-
actions,
Kara
you
would
can
say-
all hit it.
Yeah, we must all hit at once.
Okay, can I can do this. Okay, I'm gonna step up down to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then use 2 actions to ready a strike using my devise a stratagem. That when Kara says go,
It must happen in the next 6 seconds.
Otis is gonna punch the Phylactery, and he is analyzing this. He's connecting all of the weak points, and he's ready to give it a solid 1-2.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. You have adamantine fists by chance, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't think so.
I have
just
magical
double-checking.
fists. I don't know.
Magical is notable. Okay.
Okay.
Themis, you're up.
Well, then I will hold my turn until the attacks happen, and then I know I'm not readying, but she's going to dive bomb it. So can the
Okay.
dive bombing be a part of the attack thematically?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So you're going to
Okay.
move up and ready, but you want it to thematically be like she is jumping on it. Yeah, you got it. So go ahead and move yourself in the position, and then we'll thematically say you're simultaneously running over there doing that.
Okay.
Irina.
I'm going to raise her short sword and send a parade in Orgrimmar.
Okay.
She's gonna ready to hit.
Okay. Anything else or just standard hit?
I mean, I only have harm, and I think if I channel harm, it might actually undo it.
It's no good.
So no, I don't have any more heals. I gave them all to Otis.
Were you trying to trap her into one of those?
No, I was seeing if she wanted to channel smite a heal. Is what I was hinting.
I don't have any heals to channel smite.
She's all outy though.
Or I would.
Okay, Kara, you're up.
Would this be an evil essence that I could potentially untether?
Yes, it won't be as effective, but
Okay.
this is holding an undead soul, and you could untether it.
So she's gonna hold the untether essence action and then look to Paya and say, on your mark.
Very good, yes.
Rimmer, you are the key!
Do I just hit it, or do I cast a spell at it?
Throat Ripper, come get it! Themis will bark.
Ripper, get over here! And I'll use one action to tell Throat Ripper to get over here.
So if you want Throat Ripper to hit it, you'll have, you could give an action to have him ready to throw a barb.
Oh, that's true. He does have a range barb. Yeah.
He does, yeah.
I'll tell him, to ready that action.
And then you've got 2 left for yourself, so you would have to, you can't really ready a spell since it's too many actions plus reactions, but you could cast a spell to set this all into motion.
Everyone else is ready?
Everybody else is ready in action.
Flame sphere!
No, it always misses. Not touching that spell. I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere on it. Not really. Well,
I mean, it
It's
can't
out already.
move. But
okay.
you want to hit it hard.
I do have a question though. Would I know if Roan, the Lich, is like lawful or chaotic? Is that like?
Oh, he's super chaotic evil.
Chaotic.
Okay, then I'll do Divine Wrath on it and choose lawful as. Unless that's a 20-foot burst. Can I just only have it hit the Phylactery?
Yeah, you can
And
like
maybe
aim it back
Themis,
here to kind of
like,
blast into
It
it.
can hit Themis or me. Like that's not a problem. Or
Yeah, no.
Muscle.
It's
Maybe
a nice
hit that
shower
and the
for Themis.
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
no, you
trip of the
can
hot
you can
spring.
aim it back so the blast just captures it.
Okay. Let's send Roan down to hell.
Okay. So
Good hell
Paya
with you.
throws his spell and everybody else is ready. So let's go ahead and we'll go reverse order. Roll your damage, Paya. This is immobile, so it can't save. It's just going to be your flat damage for this spell. Okay, 29. Is it 4d10 or is there any additional?
It's just 4d10 of lawful damage.
Okay, so what does that spell look like?
Oh man. It's always fire, but it's a purpley fire because that's Paya's thing.
Okay, so
And
there's
then
this purple fire washing over it. Themis comes running over and is going to slam down it. So
I'm
make
not
your.
running at all.
Sorry, you explain it. I'll let you take this. What are you doing?
So Themis will dive bomb down on this.
All right, you have wings. My image just got fixed. It's much more epic now. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for the rest of you guys that are just running. Less epic.
No. Paya's also in the air. I mean, he has wings too. I just didn't. Yeah.
Ara has still not moved the whole time.
She's like sitting. Yeah,
Throw
no.
one
So
chair out.
she'll just like do that thing where she like closes the wings up, and she'll just come down and swing discipline and principles at it as hard as she can.
Nice. Okay, so you don't have to hit. It's immune to crits. So just go ahead and roll me your damage.
Cool.
Hero points can be applied here as well, if you guys so desire.
Okay. This is good. This is good to know. Get out of my way, combat tracker. Okay, and then I have to add my axiomatic damage. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we've got 29 from Paya, 21 from Themis.
Might as well use a hero point.
Oh,
Okay.
can I have used one on Paya?
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
So
But I need to
Paya's-
roll Throat Ripper's thing.
That's
Oh, yeah.
true. Okay, so hero point on Paya, so that goes up to 44. And just roll damage for Throat Ripper. Throat Ripper throws this barb from a distance right into the phylactery. 24 damage for him. So let's see, we've got 44, 21, so we're up to 65 plus 24. I need it's calculator time. 44 plus 21 plus 24. Okay, up to 89 damage. Irina, you're ready to strike it?
Yep. It's so bad. 6.
This is not what Irina is built for.
No, Irina's not built for this.
Okay, so another 6 damage. We're up to 95. Otis, you're ready to hit this thing, so go ahead and roll your damage.
I'm guessing my my moderate blessing of level to damage, or my minor blessing of level to damage, won't apply to this thing.
Oh, it will.
It will.
Mhm.
Okay.
This is a soul you're attacking.
Then I just rolled damage, right?
Yep.
Oh, my hit's gonna be a 30-40, but you said it's immune to criticals.
Yeah, it is immune to criticals.
So, this is going to be 28 damage, unless
Okay.
someone wants to hero point that.
This is last call for hero points.
Can I spend another one on my turn, or just one per turn?
Yeah, you can spend 1 per attack if you have the hero points for it.
Yeah, I will.
Do it.
So
Okay.
28 plus whatever that adds.
50%, so that's going to be 14 more. Okay, so
So-
you guys are up to, what was that?
So wait, it's 1 per attack if I have the hero points for it?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would have spent 1 on mine as well.
Okay, so yours is 21, so that's going to be an additional 10 more damage. Okay, so we're up to 147. So you guys all gather up to strike this thing. Kara, you can like feel as you're untethering the essence, you can feel Roan's soul within it. And you can kind of almost like stretch it and bring it to the outside of the phylactery, so it's a little bit more vulnerable.
Okay.
So that's going to increase the entire damage by 50%.
Okay.
It's going to be plus 70 additional.
Can I put a hero point on that?
No more hero points for you guys.
But I have one left.
So I want you all to tell me, how do you consecutively shatter this phylactery?
Ooh.
Man, can the arbiter like can Otis jump off the arbiter with his wall jump as she's flying in and like
use
So
me as a
cool.
wall?
hell yeah?
How about this? How about you jump up and grab discipline and principles like the chain, so as I swing it down, you just come around and hit it as hard as you can.
Yes, I'm about that.
Excellent.
Very nice.
Just watch out for that lawful fire.
As little
Yeah.
damage as Irina did, she's actually going to like It's almost a hesitant, and she steps back.
That's cool.
Like poke.
Yeah, and Pius
She doesn't actually want to kill the Lich, maybe?
Gotcha.
No, Pius said his thing where he wants to send Rowan to hell and then cause the flames to come up. So that was his little thing.
Awesome. Chat called those lawful lasers, by the way. That's the new canon.
Lawful lasers.
So
Yes.
you guys pile up on top of this thing. Kara's just extracting the soul out. You
Yeah.
guys hit it. You guys needed 200 damage. You had 217. So you barely exceeded it.
Yeah.
This thing shatters in this huge explosion. It like almost implodes on itself before it lets out this huge shockwave of that green necrotic energy. It floors all of you guys on your back, except for those of you who are flying. You get kind of blown a ways back, but you're able to stabilize with your wings. When the energy washes over this dragon, it just crumbles into these bones and falls apart as the energy goes draining across it. And you guys hear this loud booming voice as the whole shrine kind of shakes.
No! Why have you betrayed me, Kara? I see you. I will escape these wretches, and you'll be the first head on my block.
And then the shaking settles down and everything just goes kind of quiet. And what are
Yeah.
you all doing?
I think Kara's just laying there on her back, just staring up at the ceiling, kind of like starfish.
Otis
just
goes to help her up.
waiting.
He puts a hand out to her.
She'll take it and she'll get up kind of slowly. She probably like looks for, although she hasn't moved, she looks like drained as she's like used so much of her power that she's probably not used to using.
Is she hurt or just tired?
She's a little hurt.
She's only a little bit hurt, but she just looks like tired. You know?
Otis wants to pull out a business card, and it has like a little black spot on it.
Should you need anything, this is a favor from Otis.
Thank
Use it
you.
wisely.
And he'll hand it to Kara.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Give it to any of the children in Absalom. They will know what to do.
Okay, so as you hand this business card off, and everybody's kind of settling down, shortly afterwards, Otis and Arena, you guys see these runes start drawing in the ground around you in this kind of infernal looking writing. And it just kind of creates this circle of flame around you. Pi and Themis, you guys immediately recognize this. This is a contract being broken going into effect. Arena and Otis, you guys can see this fire kind of wisping up. Some of your belongings that you guys have gotten in this competition start just burning away. It starts wisping and kind of eating at your clothes, starting to burn holes. What do you guys do?
Otis walks to Irina as it's like the flames are like burning him away, and grabs her hand and just kind of looks at her.
Otis, don't you tire of this competition?
Indeed, I do.
Otis would like to use his wish, and he will silently use his wish. Do you want me to say what he's wishing, or can it be silent and show up later?
Do you have like at least like the request of like the deity that you're wishing it from?
Yes. So this is a wish from Besmara. So he wants to wish from Besmara for a few things. One of them is to teleport out of here and leave these folks to their own. And then a few other things that he's just putting on the list, but basically to gain something in Absalom.
Is that including Irina as well?
Yes, it is all including Irina.
And Kara, this is like not normal. This ring of fire.
I feel like none of this was normal, so.
Pi and Themis, I mean, what are you guys doing as Irina and Otis kind of walk towards each other and you see this flame kind of encircling them?
Oh, it looks like somebody broke a contract.
Otis looks at Pi as he says that and just winks at him.
Oh.
For the first time,
You dog.
Themis says nothing.
Emma says nothing, just watches. With the final wink, that flame kind of goes like rising up, and then you guys just see Otis and Rena almost just blink out of existence. They just blink of your eyes and they're gone. And there's just kind of a circle of burnt stone left behind them as you guys are there with Kara.
That's not what the consequence of the contract should have done.
What's going on?
I lost a good friend today. That's all.
I'm sorry, Arbiter. But you've still got me.
I'll always have you.
Though I may not be as clever at investigating.
No one is as clever as the inspector, it seems. But Paya, your future is much, much brighter.
Mm.
I'm going to
Yes.
reach my hand out to Paya, and as my hand gets closer to his, more of that blood seeps over as I take his hand and grip it.
Oh.
And you guys kind of level out your health. Yeah, Kara, you're kind of just observing this. You guys do know Kara is your way out. She did leave an escape plan with the teleportation crystal back home. And you guys know your job here is done. This is what
That'd
you
be a
intended to do.
long walk otherwise.
Is there anything left, like, at the phylactery?
So around the phylactery, there is indeed, as you kind of see the shattered pieces of it, one little chunk of it seems to have some sort of odd rune stone etched into it that you don't recognize.
Yeah, she'll pick it up and place it in the pocket of her cloak.
Very nice. And then aside from that, I mean, the rubble around there is scorched ground. There is ectoplasm. There are red cloaks. Otis's undead kind of wisps away into this yellow and black Callistria cloak. Is just left behind. There are shattered pieces of crystal all around from these statues.
Well,
Throat Ripper's gonna come walking up. That was a good job.
You did excellently, Throat Ripper.
So anything I get close to hating as much as demons, it's undead.
I feel the sentiment.
Some of them taste all right, though. He does a big toothy grin.
Will you give my regards to your superiors?
He'll nod. I'm free to go then.
Yes.
I'm going to take a tour of the scar.
Be on your way then. Thank you, Throat Ripper.
He'll nod, and then he's going to go flying out the way you guys came in.
I will extend a non-creepy bloody handshake to Kara. I'll just say, never thought I would befriend a necromancer, but it's been a true pleasure. If you're ever in Absalom and in need of legal counsel, or any counsel at all, you can look me up. You have my information?
yes, thank you, Arbiter. I appreciate your help immensely. Both of you, all of you. I have a great weight lifted off of my shoulders, knowing that we have destroyed this phylactery.
Indeed.
Now we just hope that the other guilds fulfill their end of the job.
We can only hope. Well, let's get back and see what we can do.
Did you want to collect any of the gems?
Yes, after we collect all of the gems.
So you guys are going to bag of holding all the little shards?
All of
I
them.
mean,
Yeah,
there
we
was,
are.
from what I understand, it was a giant core of it, right?
It's a lot
all of it.
Yeah.
Themis is not above beating it out of the rock with discipline and principles.
Okay.
That's
So
a lot.
You guys take, a good little while, like hacking into these precious gems. chunking them out. There's a lot of it here. Like, it's going to be a pretty good haul. And then, yeah, you guys head out with Kara.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Kara safely teleports you guys back home. We will go over the loot at our next job description. There's no more drafts left, but we do have a little bit more. So the next time we gather, we will discuss the loot for all the guilds. And we will wrap up there. So well played, everybody. You guys absolutely destroyed that. That was some insane rolls.
Okay,
That
so we
was
have a
so
request
fun.
from chat. If you could
Yes.
do this for us,
Uh-huh.
chat wants you to say, Jenny from the block in, is it Rowan or Roan or Rowboat in that guy's voice?
I'm Jen. Oh, and that
Jenny
I'm
from
Jenny
the block.
from the block.
Just Jenny from the block.
I'm Jenny from the block.
No, I'm just Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
Was that from chat or was that from you, Toby?
No, it's from chat. It was Hungriest Clone requested it.
Okay, that's good. Wonderful. Yeah. No, well played, everybody. We will see more about what just happened with the Syndicate or Rites. Thank you so much for joining us, Shelby. Hope you had
Thank
fun.
you for having me.
Crushed it.
I tried to use as many of the abilities you gave me as possible. There were still
You
some I
so
didn't
good.
quite get to use, but I tried to diversify.
Yeah,
You are the only person who has a favor from Otis.
Ooh.
And
that's
by
cool.
extension,
Well, probably
Irina.
because you know that she'll won't cash it in. Well, maybe she will.
Who knows?
Who
Could be
knows?
interesting.
All I have to say is good luck to Foresight and the Company of Honor.
The arena kiss. That's definitely friendly. That's definitely a good omen. Very good. Awesome. Well, guys, we will be back next week with the conclusion of this whole chain of jobs. They did good for their teammates. The Phylactery is destroyed, which means Roan will be weakened, but he still has to be killed. Otherwise, it was all for naught. So we've got Foresight faction and Company of Honor attacking Roan directly next week. Anything else from the players before we wrap up?
No, that was great.
Very good. Well,
Session,
thank you again
guys.
for good session indeed.
Yes.
Thanks again for joining us, Shelby. You want to tell us
Thank you
one
for
more time
having
about
me.
you and what you do?
Yeah, I hang out in like the TTRPG Twitter sphere at Shelby as a Nerd, and I also stream on my Twitch at Shelby as a Nerd RPG games and co-op games with our little community. But yeah, it's a good time. So if you would like to follow in either of those places, I am there.
And I just linked it in our chat, so you guys can go
Thank
give
you,
her a
thank
follow
you.
right there. She does fun content. Toby's at the Side Quest Inn. Definitely check that out. It's a wonderful Pathfinder, Starfinder podcast. And yeah, you can find all of us here with more treasure hunters and other things always. I think we have, is it Great American Witch next Monday?
Next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can see it. Are you on that one, Katie? Are you? in
No,
the ba-
I'm
are you-
running it.
you're running it.
I'm bossing
I'm-
everyone around.
I'm on it.
Toby's in it. Toby's there. So it should be a good time. Awesome. Well, I think that's it for tonight then, guys. If you'd like to support our channel, please follow or subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. You can also show your support by purchasing dice and accessories from one of our affiliate partners. After all, if you're going to help us, you might as well get some pretty math rocks out of it. You'll find those links as well as our Patreon in the discount section below, or if you're watching back on YouTube, in the description. If you're already doing one or all of those things, thanks a ton. Your support means the world. We do have our YouTube slowly getting more up to date. We have some good content going up on there. So go check it out. Help us get our custom URLs. Subscribe if you like the content. Now go take a long rest, even though this is Pathfinder. And, go fight some liches, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
But